I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal for how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who be caught up in using what I was called with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's #1 Chief Rock Knicks Universe, your main man, Uncle Freezy, and welcome to the Knicks at Night podcast, early edition. It's an early edition of the Knicks at Night podcast. Salute to the son of the legend, Kerry Cox. My man is in the building. Wiz is in the building. What's good? Just Knicks is in the building. Hotline Bling is in the building. What's good? Man, I see you. Andios was first. Andios was first. Salute to Andios. Right? Salute to Andios, man. So we here. We're gonna do early edition of the show tonight. Just got a bunch of tomorrow's gonna be a busy day. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do the Knicks at Night podcast or the Knicks morning drive tomorrow. What I'm going to ask is just to stay tuned. If I can, I will. And if I can't, then I'm just going to ask you guys to forgive me, and we'll just reconvene on Thursday. Jerry Fitz is in the building. What's good, Jerry Fitz? What's good? What's good, man? So what I wanted to do is start off the conversation by saying, hey, y'all, we are in a very good place as Knicks fans. A very good place. As a matter of fact, I think the place that we are is so good that we are not living in the past as much. And the pseudo diagnosis of Knicks PTSD is not really even a thing anymore. Cowboy Bob is in the building. Yo, my man, Cowboy Bob, show him. The troublemaker Cowboy Bob is in the building. I love it, bro. I love Cowboy Bob, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. What would the Knicks universe be without Cowboy Bob? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, moving on. The Knicks are in such a great place that some of the things that used to bother us, that used to be a thorn in our hand, that used to be a pain in our side, that used to be a rock in our shoe, are no longer things. They are no longer things. Cowboy Bob in the building. What's good, sir?
Good morning. Good evening. I'll take a day nap, and I thought it was morning. My fault. Good evening, everybody. Evening, chat. Evening, Uncle Freezy. How y'all guys doing today?
Salute. Mm-hmm. So we are well, bro. I think I could speak to the Knicks fan base.
Okay, that's dope. I like that.
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
vibes.
yeah, yeah. Hey, so Spree says we can win the title this year. There is a pathway.
I'll let you rock for a bit
I
before
don't
I
understand.
start.
I don't understand what Spree talking about. And then,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna let you rock before I start. Because once the tornado starts spinning, it ain't gonna stop. So.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, yeah, yeah. So I believe there is a pathway though, and
Mhm.
I think Spree is onto something.
Okay. You really think there's a pathway for us to go?
Yes.
I hope. Let me hear what you have to say, and then I'm going to tell you where I hope it ends exactly where I think it's going to end.
Let me first start by saying I must first start by saying this, everybody. Every time Cowboy Bob makes a comment, we don't have to land on the opposite side just because our culture is taught to be um what's the word I'm looking for?
Selective.
Or be the opposition to everybody.
Hmm.
Right? We don't have to be in opposition to Cowboy Bob's take. You know what I'm saying? Or mine or the chats for that matter. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Um what I will say is that there is a pathway.
Okay.
Spree, what's good, bro?
Salute, Sir
What's
Spree.
up, man? What's up?
So
Salute.
are we officially gonna retire the other moniker? Is it officially Latrell Sprewell is the American Dream now, or is the other moniker still in play?
It can be however you want it to be, Freezy. I'll leave that up to you.
So
I'm
it'll
good
be
either way.
so it's like either it could be Big Freezy or Uncle Freezy or Ron from Owings Mills and or Latrell Sprewell is the American Dream. Is that it? We could just use whatever.
Either
Or Uncle
one.
Can we
Free
just go
Free.
with Spree? Can we just go with Spree?
Spree is good with me, man. Spree's good with
Bim.
me.
Okay.
Bro, when was the last time you played tennis?
Um, I think I
October?
played no a week ago. I played last weekend against a dude.
Did you win?
We didn't play a match. We just practiced for about an hour, and then we played like a couple tie breaks. I won both tie breaks though.
Oh,
Mm.
okay. Yeah, so you're a
Dope.
winner. So you are the American Dream.
When it comes to tennis, I believe so. Yes.
Okay.
Yo,
Andre Agassi or Pete Sampras?
Pete
Sampras.
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 Okay. We got problems.
Sampras.
We got
I
Yeah.
mean,
problems.
Agassi was great, but Sampras had his number.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We could do that. I could agree with that
Yeah.
because a lot of
And then I
people.
don't even like Agassi. I think
Yeah.
Agassi was overrated. I like Michael Chang better.
Wow.
I like
Yeah.
Chad.
Yeah. Agassi was all style and flair. He got that big Nike contract and forgot how to win.
True. That is true. That did happen.
Spree,
See,
you
but this
remember that?
is
Remember when he got that big Nike contract?
yeah. And then he
Chang?
fell off.
Oh,
Huh?
Agassi. You're talking about
Yeah.
Agassi.
Agassi.
Yeah. I
Agassi.
remember. I
Yeah,
remember.
and they were doing all the things, all the long hair and the long earrings and the
Mm-hmm.
Nike tennis stuff. I mean, yeah, it was just yeah,
It was too much.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
Spree, would you be my star witness for this topic that I'm gonna bring up? Right. I just want to
Mhm.
ask you. I'm gonna ask you blindly, but I'm gonna ask you in front of Cowboy Bob because you've known me before. I mean, longer than Cowboy Bob has
Mhm.
known me closely, right? When I make a bold prediction, as I'm about to make right now, is it far off or far fetched, or have they been far off or far fetched?
Most of the time, no.
Most of the time, no. Right, right. You remember when I said I don't care about Milwaukee, bring Milwaukee on? Remember I mentioned that last year. All
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
year, remember
remember
the
that.
chat was, oh man, Uncle Freezy say he want Milwaukee. Uncle Freezy's crazy. And
I
then
remember that.
Milwaukee lost in the first round last year.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Yo, we have late night Mets in the building. Okay.
Salute, Matt. Salute.
Mets is in the building during the PM show. Okay, I see you, boss. How you
That's a
doing?
rarity. I'm always on the AM shows.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Anyway,
I was in the middle of asking Spree if he recalled when I make a bold prediction, if the bold predictions are close, right? And Spree, you remember? Do you remember in the early Knicks morning drive, Knicks at night podcast days when Tom Thibodeau first took over the team, and we were a 17 win team the year before?
Mm-hmm.
And
that was
I
25
mentioned
to the lockout.
Yeah, that's the one, Mets. You're right. Coming off that season that Mets just mentioned, right? I fought people every day saying the team was going to go 42-30. And you remember that? And everybody else said we were a 20-win team. Vegas picked us to win 20. The over was 22.5. And I picked 42 wins, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the Knicks went on, Cowboy Bob, the Knicks went on to win 41 games. And everybody in the chat told me I was wrong.
I remember that season.
So you were one game off. Big look.
That season you had a lot of good predictions. I'll give you that. That season
wouldn't win more than 48. They ended up winning 47.
Hey, that was last year, right?
No. I'm because I have my star witness here. I have my star witness here. Latrell Sprewell's The American Dream. The star witness is here. Spree, you remember when I said there was a pathway for us to make the Eastern Conference Finals?
I remember you saying it, and I co-signed it because I believe that there was. It had nothing to do with there were some certain mitigating circumstances that prevented it, but there certainly was a pathway, and I co-signed it when you said it.
Right. But the odds were stacked against us, and the opinions of others were stacked against us.
Yes, they were.
Right. And so what I'm gonna do, based off of just 3 examples, and listen, I was wrong about some stuff. I said I thought Julius Randle was gonna be a perennial all-star. He is not. Right. He missed the all-star team 1 year. Right. So I think he missed the all-star game last year, right? So even though
he was in it last year. He missed the 21-22 game due to injuries.
There you go. Thank you, Mets. Thank you. So I said Julius Randle is going to be a perennial all-star, and so he missed the all-star team 2 years ago, like Mets said,
and he missed it this year due to injuries.
Yeah, no, but he was selected though.
Still can play.
Yeah, but he was selected.
Doesn't matter. He's still an all-star, bro.
Yeah. So, but the thing is I'm gonna say something. I was waiting for Latrell Sprewell, The American Dream. I was waiting for Spree to be here to make this prediction. Spree, I think the New York Knicks are going to be the 2024 NBA champs.
I mean, it's not crazy. It's not what you saying that. Look, in years past, that would be crazy.
Absurd.
It's not crazy.
Ludicrous.
It's possible. Like, you could actually talk yourself into that, and I don't think you're a crazy person. Now,
can I explain the pathway?
Go ahead.
I'm going to explain the pathway, right? So here is the pathway. We need 3 things to happen in order for the Knicks to be the NBA champs. We need 3 things to happen.
Will I get a chance to comment on this?
Sure.
Okay,
sure.
Go ahead.
Sure. So we need 3 things to happen. Thing number 1, we need a top seed in the Eastern Conference to get upset by a lower seed.
That's going to be difficult.
Right. But it happened last year. Right? It happened last year. The number 1 seed was upset by the number 8 seed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we need that to happen. right? I'm not predicting it's going to be Boston. I'm saying a top seed, like one or two,
Bucks.
one or two, right?
Okay.
But I'm just saying that with the way Boston's playing, I think the only team that can catch them is Cleveland.
Either way, I don't care.
So when you
do-
say top seed, you're talking about like a top 3 seed. Any one of those top 3 teams,
Yeah,
loses.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So we need one of those a top seed in the Eastern Conference to get upset, right? Thing number 2, we need a perennial playoff championship contender to struggle, right? And then thing number 3 is we need a perennial second round team to have as many people out as we had out this year. And so it doesn't make sense when I say it off the cusp, but when I identify a thing, then you're gonna be like, you know what, Uncle Free, you may be correct, right? So Lee, this is the scenario that I envision. In the first round of the playoffs, I envision a Cleveland Cavaliers versus Orlando Magic. And that's your upset. Cleveland loses to Orlando. That's the upset that I'm looking for. Whoever is in that 2 spot gets Orlando or Indiana, and Orlando or Indiana will upset the number 2 seed.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, a perennial championship contending team needs to struggle. Right here is my perennial championship contending team that's going to struggle. The Milwaukee Bucks.
Damn.
Right, we don't have to have them lose in every round before they face us. Right, we need for them to struggle against other opponents. And so by the time we get to them, they'll be tenderized for us so that we can beat them.
Ready for the smoke.
Right. And thing number 3 is a team that's injured as much as us and struggling through injuries. Philadelphia. And so it's one of those things. Has anybody in here seen the movie Talladega Nights? The Ballad of Ricky Bobby?
I want to go fast.
That movie?
I want to go fast.
On television, but that's about it.
So if you notice when at the end of the movie, when Cal Norton won, notice it was like a 12-car pileup, right? Anybody remember that?
Yep.
Towards the end of the movie,
catch yesterday's race and catch the 500 with that pileup,
or that too, right? And so what I'm saying is, in a year like this one, all we need to happen for us to be the NBA champs, right, is for us to get into the ring with Boston. Right? Once we get into the ring with Boston, our path, our destiny is our own. Right? Now what I've been saying the whole time is we needed universal help. We needed, all types of help in order to get to this scenario. But once we get to this scenario, bro, we control our own destiny.
Hang on a second, Freezy. I'm gonna hop out and then hop back in on my laptop.
We're not gonna hold on. Just do it. We're just gonna keep talking. You just do it.
Freezy.
All right. And
go ahead. What you just said is fantastic. What you just said is a possibility, because what I'm trying to say, and I want to add on to what you just said, is there is a pathway that you've outlined here. There is a clear pathway. I'm not saying it's going to happen. You're not saying it's going to happen. You're just saying this is what would need to happen for it to happen. And let me just add on that really quick. Let me just say this. We got MJ Burks back, and I don't really MJ Burks could shoot 0 for 15 in the next 15 regular season games. I would care less. Come playoff time, we lost to Miami because dudes couldn't make open shots. MJ Burks, Bogdanovich, Dante DiVincenzo. These dudes are going, OG Anunoby, they are going to make open threes. We just need a healthy team. We have 2 all-stars on our team.
Right.
Eric Spoelstra is very scared. The Celtics coach is very scared. They're going to be babies and double team Brunson. LeBron James is going to be a baby and he's going to double team Brunson. That's fine because now we have people that can make shots. Jalen will get off it. And here's my one thing I want to add. For this to be a beautiful moment and for us to be on the flow together, Freezy, there's one more thing that has to be mentioned. Julius Randle has to be a physical force, not just Larry Johnson with the fadeaways and getting to the line, and LJ was key in that Eastern Conference Finals for the Pacers. But Julius Randle is even better than an old Larry Johnson because I think Julius Randle's realized, and obviously come playoff time, we'll see, but Julius Randle realized he doesn't have to shoot threes anymore on this team. Just attack, man. Start
because Dante DiVincenzo was doing it.
Exactly. If Julius Randle just plays bully ball in the playoffs, he's going to get to the line. Yeah, maybe he'll draw a couple charges, but I can live with that now because he has a team around him of shooting. When you're on the court now, Freezy, this is what's happened. This is why you have to give Leon Rose his flowers. He's made it easier for Julius where Julius doesn't have to feel like he has to be miraculous or spectacular. Julius Randle just has to be bully Julius. If he just bees bully Julius in this team, there is a pathway for the Knicks to make the finals.
But Spree, I'm here to tell you. I want to say this real quick, and then Mets wanted to say something before he had to change devices, right?
Go ahead.
I just want to say this real quick. Spree, Julius Randle has always wanted to be this version of himself. But the fact that we were starting a shooting guard that wouldn't shoot turned Randle into the guy that had to shoot threes.
I understand. I'm just saying the roster's better.
Right. It's like asking Mets to be a Yankees fan. Like can you be a Yankees fan for the conversation?
Which I won't do unless the Mets are on an off day.
Yeah, right.
Whatever.
I just think this is Julius Randle's best chance to succeed in the playoffs. You're correct, Freezy. I don't blame Julius Randle's last couple postseasons. I'm not just blaming on him. He was hurt. Obviously, the pieces around him didn't make shots. It was a combination. I'm just saying I believe Julius Randle has a certain skill set that if he plays to what I'm trying to get him to do, attacking the basket, he will thrive with this team, and we can make the finals. But Julius Randle has to play that way.
I'm sorry. I'm going to wait till Mets go, and then Corey Lee can go.
And the last thing I'll say is Boston doesn't want our physicality. That's all I'm going to say. OG Anunoby is going to stick on Jason Tatum. That's all I got.
Bob, relax, man. Because you're gonna go a half hour to go around to the 1 point over yes or no question.
And you want to let my man Matt talk? My man Matt want to say something.
I'm just going to say this. I mean, with the way Randle plays in playoff time, whether he's healthy or not, he's got to get out of his head to constantly shoot, to quit. He's got to get in his head. He can't shoot threes all the time. There were games where I was screaming at him from the TV to quit shooting threes. In the 2 games I did watch against Cleveland, in the game I watched against Miami, because of the fact he had nothing but cowards in the 2 slot like Grimes or Hart who would just cough up the shot, I was like, oh, God, they're going to give Randle a 3 and he's going to screw it up big time. I mean, I swear, it's like Randle's the candle jack of the team when he has cowards for shooting guards. Now that we don't have this issue, all we need to do is just trick the other team into saying Candlejack.
Now, take that, Cowboy Bob.
How do you fall for my traps? I don't understand. You know what? I'm going to say, Lee has something to say. I've been laying traps, bro. Cowboy Bob on mute. Corey Lee, please go. I got everything to say about
I don't know, because it's going to take you an hour and a half. And you're going to end up coming back to the same point of saying that you were wrong. Think you were right. You my man.
Go ahead. Let me get this time.
No, my whole argument I don't really have an argument to this. I'm just telling y'all that y'all overthinking his points to some degree. You know what I'm saying? listen, I think as 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 I as I became a mature man in my day, I had to really start looking at things from a broader perspective. You know what I'm saying? My eyes had to widen. I had to look at things. I had to see the forest before the trees. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, I'm not gonna put too much extra thought into certain things that I have no control over. We could argue over Tom Thibodeau's rotations till tomorrow, but doesn't mean that he's gonna change them. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm gonna have to say about that. Go ahead, Bob, because I know you got a long soliloquy, and I gotta sit here and put my pillow up for you.
Woosah. I'm
Oh,
calm.
shots!
I'm
You throwing
calm. And
shots at Cowboy Bob.
Corey Lee, thank you for giving me my moment of tranquility. I'm gonna start with Unc. I agree with what you said with the Cleveland. I see the path being visible. The thing is, I'm not gonna comment on it because, like I said, I agree with it based off of health. Once I know for sure everybody's back, we're on the same page. So for me, I see it, but until we get healthy, I can't say nothing. But it is a possibility, and I do see it working. Now, Mr. Latrell, I apologize for what I'm about to say about Randall shooting threes, and I know Mets also brought it up as well. Randall, to me, developed a lot more here with the Knicks than anybody else because of who he is. And him having a 3-point shot, regardless of if it's effective or not at his position, what it can do for our rebounding as far as, and he could also help our team, him shooting his threes, because before he got hurt, Randall was shooting threes later in the game, and he was taking less of them. He was shooting earlier in the season, I think somewhere around 7 or 8, because like Unc said, we had a shooting guard that way he needed it to. But then now, if you look before he got hurt, like the last, I want to say 5 or 6 games, he shot 4 threes and was making 2 or 3 a night, and they were within reason. He still
Yes.
pulled out his
Yes.
defender. He still was helping out with that as well because his defender being out gave iHeart more room to work with. So he
Mhm.
could only focus on the center, or he could, power, small forward. So for me, I think that something that he developed here, you shouldn't take that away from him because again, the Miami series. I mean, not the Miami series. The Miami game where Hero stole a ball, and you saw that whole play where Hero stole a ball when he was trying to get the 3-point, and they were up by one, and then Randall comes down and shoots that three, and everybody's like, "Oh, this is Randall." If you take away the 3-point, those moments no longer exist for us in the playoffs. So then, what are we gonna use to say, "Yo, Randall stepped up his game.
I'm
Randall
not.
that dude."
Yeah. Can I? No, I hear you. Like, I just want just to clarify my position. I'm not saying take away the three from Randall, but what he's done so far this year is he's taken the right threes, and he hasn't shot as many. And I think in the playoffs, the game slows down, and that he's not the fastest guy on the perimeter. I need in the playoffs. Yes, I'm not saying Randall can't take the pull-up three or a transition three or occasionally take the three. I'm just saying we have way more shooting on the team now, and Randall to me is more valuable getting to the line. Like, I want his free throws in the playoffs because they junk up the game. And if you watch that Miami Heat playoff series, yes, Randall made the right place to shooters. Grimes just missed threes. Josh Hart just missed threes. But there were times also where Randall was just stationary on the perimeter, and I was getting no free throws from him. I was getting no
I
aggression attacking the basket.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in bizarro world. We made the point about there's a pathway for the Knicks
yes,
to be champs, and we're out here talking about Randall pull
Randall,
up threes.
exactly. Good point.
Bob, you
You're right.
That's what I said. That's why I gave you your credit. It said the pathway was right. But
Bob,
if
do
you're
you
gonna
think
talk
that's fair,
about
Bob?
Randall,
Bob, do you think that's fair though? What I'm saying?
no, I don't.
Oh,
Because
okay.
for you to sit here and say Randall needs to play bully ball when he's coming back off of injury, that's expecting him to
No,
come
no, no.
back
I'm saying to
100%.
do it in the
How
playoffs.
about this, gentlemen?
No,
How about this? The arguments are mute.
good point.
All right.
Because I'm telling you, Randall coming back playing bully ball is not his best option. Randall coming back being a facilitator, seeing the offense, taking advantage. I agree with the free throws. Yeah, that is what we need because Like you just said, we have all these shooters. If Randall comes in and eases in and drops his 24, still gives us 10, and he's not under stress or
So
duress,
what does this
we're
have to
good.
do with the Knicks winning the championship?
I think
That's
no,
what it does have to do with the Knicks winning the
well,
championship.
I
Because
think
if
for
we're,
the Knicks to win a championship, Julius Randle has to play at all NBA Julius level, in my opinion.
It's only Julius Randle.
Can I just say this? I know exactly what I'm getting from everybody else.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You don't know what
Yes,
you
I
get
do.
from Bogue. You don't know what you
Let's
get
go
from
through
Burks.
each player on the roster and we could go through this. I think there's a pathway for us to make the finals. Do you know what you're getting from Jalen Brunson in the playoffs?
So, hold on. So you know everybody else on the roster, Dante DiVincenzo, who just got on this roster, what they're gonna produce more than a guy who's been with us in Randall.
Yes,
that's not fair, bro. That is
So,
not fair.
No, I do.
Because so you don't know what an all-star is going to provide, but you know what role players are going to provide.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
I'll just say this.
Let's hear it.
Look, let me just say this. Do I know what Isaiah Hartenstein's going to give me in the playoffs if he's healthy? Yes, I do. Do I know what Dante DiVincenzo will give me in the playoffs if he's healthy? Yes, I do.
Do we know what Mitch will give us in the playoffs if he's healthy? Yes.
Yeah.
So what is it? What is it then? What are they going to give you?
I just know that they're not going to do anything that I don't believe that I know they're not going to do anything that I don't want them to do. They're going to do exactly what they need to do to get us to the gold ball.
So don't be nebulous with it. Tell me exactly what they're going to do.
Dante DiVincenzo is going to make open threes. He's going to guard. He's going to get rebounds, and he's going to make winning plays that are. You remember Chris Childs, what he was doing to Travis Best, sticking him like glue, getting those little deflections, those pokey deflections, freezing on the home floor to make it instead of a 2-point game in the Eastern Conference Finals, but separate it to get it to 6 to 8 points with 3 minutes left. He's going to do those little couple things that I know Dante can do.
Right.
That was back in Game 6 of that final, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the ECF. Yeah.
I'm just saying, and I'm not. Here's the thing. This is not me hating on Randall. I think Randall has within himself to do what I want him to do. I'm just saying I'm not worried about. I'm not saying Randall can't do it. I just haven't seen him do it yet. Now, some of it was situation. Some of it was injury. I'm just saying the other pieces on the team, if they're healthy, I know what OG Anunoby's going to do in the playoffs. He's going to make open threes and play defense.
Okay. What? Okay.
Right.
It's not slander. It's not slander. It's not slander because I'm positive, Randall. I believe he can do it. I just have to get him to do it.
That's the thing.
You get Randall to do what?
That's the thing. You can't get him to do nothing.
I can get him to do it. I can get him to be at the level that I need him to be at that he hasn't been at in the playoffs. I can get him.
But you don't need him with the new added pieces we have. You just clearly said it. Okay.
You still need Randall. Hold on. No.
I'm not talking about Randall. I'm talking about it as a team as a whole, how we all can operate as a whole and how we all can flourish. That's the object. The Knicks to a championship. What I'm simply trying to say is with all these pieces that we've added, we've solidified our bench. We've solidified enough to where we can make a deep run. We don't really need to depend on Randall as much as we did earlier. Now he could just cruise along.
I disagree.
No, look at how Brunson stepped up. Look at how Dante stepped up. Look at how OG even did his job. If these guys are on point, Randall doesn't have to play as hard as he normally does.
I understand, but the game slows down in the playoffs. And look, as great as these other guys have been on our team, you have to play through guys and get the guys open shots. And we do play through Randall at times.
Okay, so you said the game slows down, correct?
Yes.
In the playoffs. Okay, in that playoff scenario, when you can even say Randall and OG, we've slowed down our game, but our defense is still there. So even if we have OG back and Randall isn't doing well, we can replace him and go small with a Precious Achua at the 5. We can switch it up with the rotations that even Corey Lee talked about.
I agree.
But we're gonna say no, but we're sticking on this topic because I know I like the Rambo. I get lost. So that being said, with Randall. For me, if Randall comes in and drops 24 and 10, we're good. He doesn't have to come out and play bully ball, play downhill hard. Okay. He just relies on his teammates.
Have you seen?
Because that's what we added all these guys for.
Have you seen Julius Randle drop 24 and 10 efficiently, like we all know he can in the playoffs? Have you seen?
Okay, when you have Brunson stepping up, he's gonna be looking like he's gonna pick up exactly where he left off. You have Dante DiVincenzo, who's actually proven himself as a legit shooting guard. You have OG with defense. these three pieces, well, you could say two pieces, he didn't have before in
Yes.
OG and Dante, especially a good shooting guard. So now that he has that, he's going to be most likely in the facilitating role, like the way that they use
Yes.
Bam, let's say. Because if you look, without Randall, we don't have a secondary person to bring up the ball. And when they trap Brunson in the backfield, who's bringing it up? Randall. And you see him looking, and then he runs down court. So that was our secondary backdoor secondary type facilitator. What I'm
Cowboy
trying to
Bob.
say to me, him doing that, him creating shots for others, him doing more
Yes.
will be much better proven than him going downhill trying to hurt himself. And then now we're gonna be stuck without
Oh,
Julius Randle.
oh, no, 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 no. When I'm saying play bully ball, I'm saying he can still facilitate when he's bullying to the basket or finding shooters. They have to collapse. He's stronger than anybody else on the court. Don't mistake me saying bully ball is just attacking and charging the rim. It's making the right plays. I'm just saying. One thing you said, Cowboy Bob, I really do agree with. You're correct. There's many different ways this team can play now where even if Randall doesn't have it going, I agree with you. I think the margin for error is greater because we have more talent. All I'm saying to you is I want us to make the finals and realize that pathway Freezy is talking about. And I also want to see Julius Randle have success. I want both things to be true and
But
happen.
what I'm showing you with Julius Randle, that's the same thing with every player on this team. They all have to do a specific part to where they all will be well. Regardless if Randle isn't doing well, we can rely on Dante. We didn't have him last year. We didn't have OG's defense. We didn't have Precious defense now. All these pieces to where Randle, hey, Randle, you all right? Take a break. We got Precious to cover you. All right, he's back in now. I'm feeling it, coach. Now he's coming back in. He got 10 assists. What? Randle got 10 assists? This is the different things he can be doing to help the team. I hate to bring up this guy, Josh Hart. Everybody killed me last year with Josh Hart. But up until he got kicked out of the game, he was trying to do what the team needed. And it was working. We all wasn't happy with it, but it worked. And we got wins from it. That's
Can
all I'm saying.
Okay.
If
No,
everybody get together, we're
I
good.
agree. I agree. But Cowboy Bob, let me just say this one last thing. Cowboy Bob, based on what you're saying, some of it I agree with, some I don't. But based on what you're saying, and that's all love, we just want to make the finals. Based on what you're saying, Thibodeau, we have to judge Thibodeau in the playoffs based on because we have more options to go to. If a guy doesn't have it, Thibodeau has to make, like if Josh Hart ain't making shots in the playoffs, he shouldn't be. You have more options now at your disposal. Like this is where coaching, you have to play the right people. Yes.
God, I don't feel. You know what?
And this is
I
not
hate to do
also
this, but it sounds like I'm
my
attacking you. I don't
also
want
my
to make it seem like I'm attacking you. But
hold on.
with
Let me just say
Tibbs,
this. My
go ahead.
comment isn't about hating on Josh Hart because I actually like Josh Hart. I'm just saying there are certain moments where you don't need to play Josh Hart 30 minutes in the playoffs. If he ain't making shots, it's okay. You have other options at your disposal, and that's where I'm going to hold Tibbs accountable in the playoffs. That's all.
I can't hold Tibbs accountable in the playoffs. That's the thing because he's been making adjustments all season long that has been putting us in a contending spot. So when comes playoff times, you have to hold the players accountable. It has
No,
to
no,
fall
no,
on
no,
them.
no, 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 no,
Go
no,
ahead,
gentlemen.
sir.
I'm sorry, and I hate to be rude, interrupt this competition, because you gonna have to hold players as well as coaches accountable when it comes to the playoffs, because it's a combined effort in order to get to the promised land. So with that said, that's a BS narrative right there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stop and think about it. Listen, the players need to show up, i.e. Randall, i.e.
Mm-hmm.
Brunson,
Mm-hmm.
as well everybody else from the sidelines. You know what I'm saying? In order for us to achieve the one specific goal, which we're all reaching for. You know what I'm saying? So to say that, you know what I'm saying, you're not gonna hold Tibbs accountable, hell yeah, I'm gonna hold him accountable because he's the head coach, he's the mastermind, he's the brains of the operation. How dare you not hold him accountable?
Okay, so are we going to hold them accountable from the beginning of the season to where we're at right now? Because I remember plenty of times people were saying we didn't like the rotations Tips was doing. We didn't like this. They still saying that now. The reason why I'm saying it's not fair to hold Tibbs accountable in the playoffs is because, as you can see throughout the season, we got OG. We did the trade. We got injuries. We also even added Bogues. We even added Burks. all these things he's adding and subtracting, he's still creating a good enough team for us to win. Why I say that is because he's putting the players in their roles to thrive. Switching out Grimes for Dante DiVincenzo. Perfect example. Dante stepped up. Now Dante stepped up. Now we got a whole new player. So now Dante over the season up until he got hurt. Now he's starting to know his role. So when playoff time come, Dante, you're in. I ain't gotta say nothing to you. You had all season to practice your game. You mess up in the playoffs. That's when you. That's what I'm
Cowboy
talking about.
Bob. Cowboy Bob. That's tough.
But that's already understood, Bob. That's understood, Bob.
Yeah.
That's understood.
See,
That's understood. Once you leave the regular season and go into the playoffs, that's understood. That's when players, the true players, and that's why they shrink it down to an 8-9 man rotation. This is who the coach can trust to understand and to follow through with the directions which are given. There's something called marching orders.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? These are orders given preliminary, you know what I'm saying, to what you're trying to achieve. We understand the initial goal, the main goal. But also too, you know what I'm saying, this man knows how to adjust. Yo, the one thing I can say right now about Tibbs is give Tibbs a series and let him game plan it. And defensively, he's gonna kill that team. He's gonna kill him.
Corey Lee, you just said marching orders. Tibbs is the cadence. He's been keeping the rhythm of our success this whole time. Is it his fault if you're out of step? Is it his fault that the platoon starts to? You see what
He
I'm
coming for
saying? Like
Corey Lee.
he said left, right, left. That's our coach. He's the drill instructor telling us what to do. Now, hey,
No,
you
he's not a
fall
drill
next
instructor.
man up.
Hold on a second. Yo, you're in training when you got a drill instructor, bro. Remember that.
And that's what the regular season is
Hold
because come
on.
playoff,
No, it's not.
it's battlefield.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You can't compare.
Okay, the regular season, when the regular season ends, doesn't the playoffs start? And when the playoffs start, the survival of the fittest is left. That's what I mean by war. It's a battle of the 7 games, round for round, pound for pound. That's why I say that when the regular
Bob, what
season,
you got against Corey Lee?
I ain't got nothing. I'm not trying to fight. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. I ain't going against Lee. I love you, bro, but I had this tendency.
I love you too. Even though I think you're a drunk cowboy, but I still love you.
Hey,
Stop playing with me.
I'm being serious though. Like
I'm playing with you.
I think y'all gotta relax a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, because Cowboy.
Nah, ain't nobody taking no shots at him.
He coming after Corey Lee, mad passive aggressive.
Look, I love Tibbs. I love what he's brought. I respect Tibbs. We're winning games, but my bottom line is the playoffs is the final examination and you gotta, when you got everybody flying around and you got 10 pieces and you got a lot of guys that you could potentially play. If a guy doesn't have it, you got to adjust. And I hold both. I don't just hold the players accountable, man. It's the coach has to put you guys in the right position. And if a guy doesn't have it, you got to have a quick leash. We have too much talent on the team. So I can't say I won't judge Tibbs. I'll be fair to Tibbs. Don't get me wrong. Not everything's going to be his fault in the playoffs. I'm going to, but I have to judge everybody, and that includes the head coach. Sorry.
No, you know what? And Spree, you are well deserved for that point, and I agree with you. But unfortunately, we don't have that type of head coach. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna rock with who he's gonna rock with until the wheels fall off.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, he has a maritime spirit, and if you understand what I mean by the maritime spirit, I mean he's gonna go down with the ship.
I know.
Like you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? Me, I'm a soldier, so the ship sinks. Oh well, I'm gonna find me a life preserver.
Yeah. But see that right there is the issue though with us as Knicks fans. We ain't got enough life rafts, man. They got enough for the front office and the coaching staff.
Bro, we're not in that country anymore. We're not in that country. So all those life preservers, they've been tossed. You understand what I'm saying? Either you down with the get down, or you need to get up off this ship right now while we at port.
Hey, look, I've been down from day one, man. I was on the train when Unc said 60 wins. I said 55. I've been on it since day one.
I've been on this train for 50 years.
I know.
Before
I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying.
I'm
Sometimes,
30
just
yo.
years.
no. I
Sometimes,
was born into this.
no,
I was
I
born
understand
into
that, but
this.
I'm saying sometimes we miss the boat. You know, and the boat sank that one time. We good thing we missed the boat, right?
I hear you, cuzzo. I hear you, fam.
I'm just saying. I think our opportunity, based off of what Unc brought up, with everything that he put into play, I agree because I do see the Cavs falling victim to another team, and I do see that Orlando might be one of them, or I even think it could be Indiana. A lot of the things he said, I don't need to repeat because I agree with him, except for the health part. But outside of that, we've discussed Randall. We discussed coaching. What else do you guys really think that what we need to actually win a championship?
You need
Health,
health,
Don't
health,
say
health.
health.
That's
Please
the
don't say
most
health.
important thing
Please
at
do
the
health,
end
not
of the
say
day.
health.
health. You need
Health.
health. We need our whole team back.
Okay.
Th-
What I'm okay. Let me give you guys a scenario why I say don't say health
Oh
because the
Jesus, here
idea
we go.
is no because
Hold on a
the
second,
idea
man.
is
Hold on a second. It's gonna take an hour and a half.
no. It's real quick. I was just gonna say the idea is we have our full roster, but we might have OG and Randall at probably like 80%. That's what I was gonna say.
And
That's all I was gonna say. We're gonna have our full roster, but have Randall and OG for the playoffs at 80%. Maybe Dante at 90 because I don't know how long his hamstring's gonna be. So that's all I was gonna say. The roster like that, everybody healthy and everybody up front, except for those three players that I just mentioned. What do we need to do to actually win? I have a game plan. I just want to know what you guys think and if we're on the same page.
bro, listen. I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. And I ain't trying to hurt your feelings, but it ain't. But no one game plan I'm listening to, and that's Tom Thibodeau's. Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be the game plan we all gonna have to follow. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it. Let's keep. Yo, we can always think that we're the smartest person in the room at some point in our life and believe it. But at some point, we got to stop and fall back and think, well, you know what? This man is put in this position for a reason, and we got to still. I say this until we have to trust. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I get it, Bob. You know what I'm saying? I've been in your position before in my life where I felt like, I got to outthink my fucking squad leader. Excuse my language. I got to outthink my
Uh-huh.
squad leader. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you doing this like that? But then also too, I didn't understand the politics of it all. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
At
I'm
some
letting you rock.
Yada, yada,
so
yada.
so 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 at some point in your life, you need to learn to shut up and listen and follow. Sometimes blindly, you know, and put trust in the forefront of your thinking. Because if you don't, you'll never get nowhere. Sometimes in your life, because you're not in that position. There's people who are paid, who have been promoted, who've been sought after to be put in that position over you, as well as me, as Spreewell, Metz, Uncle Freezy. You understand what I'm saying? So we gotta stop, fall back. But if you wanna go on this diatribe of what you think we should do versus what Tibbs is gonna be looking at you like, what the you saying? I'm gonna do my own thing.
No,
I
I was
got
gonna say
I
I
got
was
60 years of this. You know what
what
I'm saying?
I feel you, but what I was gonna simply say was I can give you guys an example with what I was just saying. For example, I was saying if Randall's at 80% and Art and OG's at 80%, Dante's at 90, I was thinking we could run small ball as an option and use Randall to actually rest, but run small ball with a different rotation. Have Precious at the five, maybe try, I don't know. OG at the four. I mean, OG at the four, like stuff like that. Like we could do a small man rotation, rest Randall out if he needs help. We can do things that we've seen throughout the season, the way that they've used Dante DiVincenzo and Brunson and have a down low presence with other players. Like we can set this up to where the things that we've seen throughout the season, we can talk about. Example, the high usage of Josh Hart. That's bad for us in the playoffs. What we need to do is have Josh Hart limited within 5 minutes, pretty much every quarter, and he needs to be high usage when we need it, not when we're up or not when we're down. Right at the right time, when right before they get a run, put Josh Hart in. That's an adjustment that we can make. There's another adjustment we can make with how we use Dante DiVincenzo. We can rotate him off like we've discussed under as far as the second team. So then that way Randall can be running the first team with the ball option and maybe get some runs with McBride. Like you can use that type of mix up to it. Dante, you trust in bringing up the ball because we've seen Dante with the second team and we've seen him with the first team. But again, like I said, I don't want to ramble. That's what I mean by like what we can do if our players come back. So if we're running schemes like that with Tibbs, we're not even just doing that, but we're actually doing key stops and not relying on the three ball as much because our threes have increased from when I think we were averaging like somewhere 27 to like 34 now. And that's okay. But if we're gonna rely on the three ball, we need to be more efficient at it. If we're gonna shoot 30, we need to hit 13 or 14. I'm not saying we need to hit 50%, but we are good when we shoot above 42% from three. So if we're going to shoot 33s as a team, we need to realize that, hey, 13 of these bad boys got to go down. And if we ain't hitting 13, now we got to switch up and now we got to go downhill, rely on our defense, use OG more, stuff like that. Rotations that Tom Thibodeau has. Like, that's what I want to hear from you guys. I have a lot of information in my head, and I
Bro,
like hearing other people's opinions.
listen, I'm not listen, man, you got a good basketball mind. So I'm not gonna poo poo on your thoughts. You know
Oh,
what I'm
no, no.
saying? And
I
tell
want to
you,
hear your thoughts because
no, no,
your
no.
thoughts is
My thoughts
help me.
are no, no, no. I'm gonna tell you what my thoughts are. What did Tim think? What's his thoughts? You know, because at the end of the day, it's not about, you know what I'm saying, we can have all our thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Just like how I coach high school football. You know what I'm saying? I came up with a great defensive scheme. And I did well with it the first 2, 3 years of being a defensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? I went, you know what I'm saying? What, a 9-1. I went 10-0. You know what I'm saying? Won a national championship. You know, got a couple of kids some good college looks. You know, got them to you know what I'm saying, to the point where so at least they can, you know what I'm saying, if they couldn't go to regular college because a lot of my great athletes weren't eligible, so they can go to the JUCO route. You know what I'm saying? I put them in a position to do that. But that's me. I was allowed to have that free thinking of having a scheme and offering it to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Versus, you know, me being an outsider looking in and trying to tell somebody how to run their system. You understand what I'm saying? We could say that all that small ball stuff that we did this year was by force, not by nature. Because God willing, if Mitchell Robinson was healthy, or even Hartenstein was healthy for the most part of the season, which he was. What I'm saying, you know, this last month or so, you know what I'm saying, we would have never looked at that stuff.
I think the
You know,
reality of the matter is, good evening, fellas. And I'm so blessed. Thank y'all for having me tonight. I don't get to rock
oh
on the
no,
late
it's always
night
a
crew
blessing to be up
that
here with my
yeah, I
brother
don't get
from
to rock with
Jersey.
the late night crew. Jersey in the
Hey
building.
man, hey man,
Hey
yo
man,
Joe
say
man,
man.
I still need my surf and turf, man.
I got you, yo. I
I'm
got
messing
you,
with you.
brother. You know what? White Castle be serious, brother.
You
But
already know
listen,
what it is.
I think in all actuality, in reality, when you think about the 23-24 Knicks, I think it's first of all, it's the year that even the unknowledgeable basketball fan, the impatient fan, the one that said he gave up on the Knicks. I think this is the year that they come back. So that's number one. So ticket prices is going up. Availability of the hanging ticket don't happen anymore. So supply and demand. So this is the year the hype train starts back. But if you think about the roster and you think about what it truly, what it is on paper, the reality is you won't get to see it. You want to see Mitchell Robinson with 60 games with this team. You probably won't see him with 10. You want to see how Isaiah's is back up and how they can split the minutes and can they get back to that high level of production they had before, because people are starting to getting into choosing iHeart over Mitch, and I don't think they forget last year this time we didn't have to worry about that. That was the one position we didn't have to worry about. What does Randall having forget Brunson around him, because Brunson didn't make Randall that much better. Made the game easier for him. But what does Randall have with Bojan, with OG, with Precious? What does Randall have? What does he look like with all these guys around him? When his minutes is cut back, how efficient can he be? Let me cook real quick, Mets. Just because okay. So now and Brunson having Burks at his backup, doing what it is that he really does, going to the bucket, getting to the foul line, keeping that high level of efficiency. So you got high level efficiency at the point guard position. You got high level efficiency and rebounding and defense with Mitch and iHeart. So in actuality, you look at those two positions, the four players, you got some of the best in the league from an efficiency standpoint. And I think that's what it is that the Knicks are going to be. How can they keep OG being efficient with Devo being efficient? How can they keep these guys getting minutes, being efficient, playing smart basketball? I think until you can see that with everybody healthy. So then to close out really quick, Mets, thank you for being patient with me. I think what's going to happen is we're never going to get to see our true Knicks potential this year. We can make an Eastern Conference Finals run easily, or we could go out in the first round. Who knows, depending on our health. But this summer, I think something's going to happen this summer. And I think it's what everybody wants. I don't. I want to see this team for 2 years, and I want to wait and see what stars are out there in 2 years. I don't want to mess around and get a star on the wrong timeline. I think we can really play with this team for 2 years and see what happens. But anywho, I think a star's coming in summer. It's impossible. Who doesn't want to be here? We got all the assets. We got all the move the contracts around. We got enough pieces, right? We're too deep at every position. But so I think 23, 24 is the year with the hype came back. Everybody's excited about us again, what the potential could be. But it's going to be hard to see it in 30 games, 25 games, maybe even 15 games with 90% of the team healthy, unfortunately.
Man, he could go because I got enough for everybody. I got ammo. Go ahead.
My thing is this. At this point, I'm just wondering how this team will look when completely healthy. We've seen how incompetent it looks when key pieces are missing. Made worse by the fact that this team is going into Philly on Thursday, and we don't know the statuses for Bogey, for OG, and for Randall, Dante, etc. Because we're not getting OG back for at least another week. We don't know if we're going to get Hartenstein back soon. We don't know. We know we're not getting. Mitch is rushing his recovery time, which is a bad move if you ask me.
I hear you, but go ahead.
You
don't have to.
Yeah, I love you, G.I.
No, go ahead, man.
Nah, it's not about rubbing in. Mets, man, bro. Look, come on, take a deep breath, bro. It's not about rubbing it in, bro. He's showing you something. He's showing you something because you're worried You know what I'm saying? You worried about the small-ish. You know what I'm saying? Well, we got bigger fish to fry.
But small-ish could develop into big-ish long term if it's left unchecked.
No. Listen, no, bro. It's being checked. It's being checked. It's being checked by the people who need to check it. The people who get paid to check it. You know what I'm saying? You know, Dice Yakamoto, he has a purpose on that team. Just like what's my man? Johnny Bryant. You understand what I'm saying? Just like Tibbs. Just like Rick Brunson has a purpose on that team. They don't just sit on the sidelines to shoot the shit. Excuse my language. You know, they don't do that. They have roles they play.
Okay.
So you understand what I'm saying? So with that said, yo, chill out, man. These are professionals. Highly paid professionals. You know?
Professionals that are getting run into the ground by their bullheaded coach.
So be it, though. But so what, though? But that's who they chose to work for. Listen, you think I liked everybody who I worked for in my life?
No.
Okay, then.
The funny part is,
real quick,
you'll say, but hold on, Kabe, but just real quick, 30 seconds, not even. You say he's being run
ahead,
around, but
time.
we're not even top 15. No, I want Kabe a point because he was patient too. But it's just a bad stat when you say they're being run in the ground and we're not even top 15 in minutes. The other day, Halliburton said at the game the other day, at the All-Star game, he says, man, I'm so disappointed I can't play 40 minutes a night. It's crazy how the ballers want the ball, but we worried about what these guys aren't worried about. But we're not top 15 in the league in minutes, so how are we running people into the ground?
How often we suffer freak injuries?
Injuries are part of the game, bro. Listen, you talking to me? I'm 50 years old, and I tore my Achilles a month after my 50th birthday. You understand what I'm saying? A month after my 50th birthday. It happens. It's called accident.
I tore my MCL and PCL in my 50s. You know what I'm saying?
I was
good, boss.
Go ahead.
Yo, that young whippersnapper Cowboy Bob is passive aggressively coming after y'all, man. So you got to be on your.
He actually said he got enough smoke for everybody. So that's what I said.
I'm waiting for Latrell to go.
Yeah, I need to be quiet and give him a chance.
And he cut you off just now, Gi. You see that?
Hey, and you know what?
I apologize.
I'm willing to pass in the backwards if you got enough smoke for me.
I mean,
I'll let you get a dunk on me next time. I'm sorry. That was my bad. I turned that one over.
When is the next freak injury going to happen? When Peter Griffin
G.I. caught that.
Ernie the Giant Chicken?
No, but Mitch, you can't predict it. That's why they call it freak.
I was going to ask Latrell, you have anything to say?
I just want to win in the playoffs, and I want Randall to have success because I want to win a championship. And
I
don't want to deal with
my man, coach.
I don't want to do it with anybody else. I obviously, if I get to the offseason, I can think about possibilities. But I'm just saying, I want Randall to have his moment.
I got one for you. You want me to do it, Spree? You want me to do it?
Spree, long time, brother. What's up, baby?
Salute.
I got one for you, Spree. You want me to do it?
Go ahead.
2024 NBA champs, baby! Woo!
Woo!
Guess I'm jumping out the window.
And Freezy, let me say this.
That's the one you wanted.
Freezy, can I just say this? You had my back with this. Remember when I said Alec Burks looked like MJ for a couple minutes here and there in one out of 5 games? He has his MJ moments. Obviously, he goes nuts and does some loosey-goosey stuff that drives you nuts. But he does occasionally have an MJ moment once every 5 games. Didn't I remember I told you that?
Yeah. And we talked about every game. Alec Burks has like 3 moments where he looks like Michael Jordan in the fourth quarter.
Yes. No,
every game he's got like 3 minutes where he legit looks like. That's why you coined the phrase fourth quarter Jordan, and I agree with you.
Yeah, I mean the other 30 minutes, I don't know what I'm watching, but
you never know what you're gonna get.
But those 3 minutes, they look pretty good to me.
For those 3 minutes, if you squint your eyes really tightly,
Yeah,
really close,
yeah,
and
clutch
you
bucket.
see a 6'6" shooting guard, you're like, hey, that could be. And then you open your eyes, you're like, nah, I was tripping.
You
That
always
wins this
you
game.
always defended me on that. You always defended me on that.
Right, because
That
you were
wins us
right.
games, guys. That wins
Yeah.
us some games.
Yeah. Yeah. Chat.
I
Chat.
appreciate it.
I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say because I used to do it to Spree. I did it for Spree like 3 years ago. Remember when I used to say Eastern Conference Finals? Remember that? Eastern Conference Finals, baby! Woo! You remember that? We used to do that to get us hyped up, cranked up, man. Yeah, man. So Spree, that's what we are, bro. NBA champs.
Look, I just
NBA
want my squad healthy. I want everybody to feel a part of it. I want Randall to have success in New York before I have to do anything this offseason. And I just want everybody to take advantage of this moment so we can be happy in the playoffs. That's all. That's all I want. I want Cowboy Bob to be happy. That's what I want.
I don't give a shit about Cowboy Bob being happy.
All I want is this team to beat their opponents into the ground, treat them like scum, treat them like slimes, like pukes, and like the maggots they really are.
Woo!
I love that.
And that's
I love that.
in order.
GI, I'm concerned about Cowboy Bob coming for your neck. He don't know you are OG.
I ain't messing with him yet. I'm waiting.
Waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I've been patient. Go ahead.
And just a thing. I don't tell on people, but somebody asked me if they can move their show to Wednesdays at 7.
Sure.
I'm like, bro, we already got a staple on Wednesdays at 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was like, what is going on?
Hey.
All I'm saying is GI is classy, but if Free Keith was here, I don't know if the conversation would have went the same way.
I'm being respectful. I can wait. I don't want to disrespect GI. I know he's on another show, and like I said, I've been trying to work on this new angle because I just go when I go. But when y'all are done, let me know so I could just ratchet crack like a machine gun and get it over with.
I've yielded the floor to you multiple minutes ago.
Okay. Thank you, GI. I have the floor. It's literally going to take me 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes because I've been listening to everything you guys said. I'm just going to break it down.
Definitely time.
The fact that we added all these pieces to solidify our team as a championship or Eastern Conference at the bare least appearance shows that we are moving in the right direction. With that being said, that direction has also changed because now we are looking as a championship team. So as a championship team, you cannot just have one dominant player run the table. If we look at last year, you had 2 players who actually had a triple-double in Murray and in Jokic. Yes, we don't have players of that skill set, but they still had 2 players. We have 2 players, Randall and Brunson. They may not be to that level of Jokic and Murray, but we have 2 guys that are going to be all-stars all ready to go. With the added additions that we have defense and helping our bench offensively, the only real concerns we have is center, which is what I've been preaching about from day one. With that center position, we could run Precious at the 5 if need be. And if Randall is tired, we need to rest Randall. Randall and Brunson are the 2 guys we need to make sure that they are protected. Yes, everyone laughs at me and say, oh, rest Randall. He's just getting back from injury. Y'all are complaining, expecting him to play exactly how he just got back from injury. That's not going to happen. If we give him a lesser role to where he's more effective, why
Yo, who
is
you
that
talking
a
about?
bad
Corey
thing?
Lee? Corey Lee ain't say that.
No, it wasn't Corey Lee. I think it was. Let me see. I gotta scroll up on the chat. I think it was Knicks Live or Knicks Yak.
Oh,
Knicks
he's
Yak.
calling out people.
I look. I'm at a point right now. Everybody has something to say. Please come up and say it to me.
I'm listening.
I'll say to
You know I'm
what I have
listening,
to
y'all.
say, and no, it's a conversation. We're Knicks fans. We should be able to have an educated conversation and a debate. You say your piece, I say my piece.
I don't know how I feel about everybody, like people coming for Corey Lee. You know what I'm saying? Lee ain't did nothing to nobody, bro.
Nah, I ain't saying like that.
I mean, he do come across like your uncle though sometimes. I
No,
know sometimes.
He did tell Corey Cowboy Bob to shut up and listen. Sometimes he did tell him that though.
Yeah,
And I did shut up and listen.
That's my wife.
That's right. He needs to shut up and listen sometimes.
Yo, my wife is sitting there listening to this whole conversation, so
But
she
wait, hold
fucking the
on.
fuck
And I'm
out.
looking like these
But
motherfuckers
Corey
know
Lee,
you.
did I
They
not
know
shut
you.
up? Did I not shut up and listen? I see what I'm saying. That's what it's about. I say something.
Come on, man. Stop taking it personal, bro.
Hey,
Nah,
Lee,
I'm playing the passive
he
aggressive
not
role.
taking it
That's what I'm
personal.
doing.
I think what it is like the climb up the Lawrence's ladder means sometimes you got to step on people back to move up. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's the way they take it, bro. I never said that.
Nah,
I never
I ain't
said
say
that
that
though.
neither. Nah, that's not the intent. King Ribby, salute. Good evening.
Ribby, what's good, bro?
What's up, man?
Nah, but that's all I had to say about that was y'all expecting Randall to play exactly the same when this team has changed and developed, and we are something totally different. But y'all don't see the change. Y'all just see the old
Who
format.
was y'all though? Who was y'all? Just to be clear.
I said the guys in the chat, they've been getting
Oh,
on me saying I'm talking about Randall playing small ball. Yes, Randall's role is different. He's not the key. He's not the key guy. We have Brunson to rely on. We have Dante. If OG comes back the way he is, the center position is where we weak at. Randall is our guy. He's good. We don't need to worry about Randall and Brunson.
Is this center position when Mitch is healthy and when Mitch is not healthy?
I don't know what I still don't know anything about Mitchell Ihart. That's why I'm saying the center position. Because at least we got Precious Achua right now to back up the floor.
Mitch will be back. Mitch is scheduled to be back April 2nd.
Okay. So that's next month. In another month or two. Yeah. February,
Yeah.
March. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Freezy, can I just get one thing off my chest?
Sure.
I don't really care what Kevin Durant or his agent think about the Knicks.
Me either.
Okay. Thank you.
I saw the same. I saw it.
I don't really care. Like I stop putting a microphone in Kevin Durant's face asking, are the Knicks cool? Like that was 3 years ago. Like I don't care anymore about that. We got bigger fish to fry than when Kevin Durant thinks about the New York Knicks. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. And also, I understand that Kevin Durant is desperate, that he's probably playing the best basketball of his career in Phoenix, Arizona, and nobody's noticing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But if that same thing had been happening with the Knicks, he'd be in the MVP conversation.
Yeah, that just bothered me today when I saw that. I had to get it off my chest because nobody else would take my phone call.
Yeah. I'm sorry for laughing.
Hey, King Ribby, let me just make sure. Hey, Cowboy Bob has got his hit list out tonight, so just make sure you have your guard up, bro. I've been noticing it from the very beginning.
Yeah, keep your left.
Keep doing that,
keep your left high.
You can't throw a grenade and pull a pin and slam the door.
Keep that joint up high, bro.
You got left ready to go because this guy said he got smoke for everybody.
Keep that back knee bent, man. You gotta stay flexible. Right. Be ready to move.
I'm bulletproof.
Oh.
So I don't know about that smoke. What you talking about?
Shots.
Hold on. Is that my nephew Ribby?
Salute, Corey Lee.
Nah, was that aimed at Corey Lee?
Yeah. No.
Oh, Lee.
That was aimed at Cowboy Bob.
Pulo. Let's keep it going. Add it to the trap.
Marco.
Hey,
shit like
Just 1-1. Thank you for the Jen's contribution. Just Joe says 80% of Randall and OG gets us to the Eastern Conference Finals minimum. If Mitch comes back, I think our big man rotation phases out the East. I see Knicks versus Clippers finals. Bim. Now.
Thank you, Just 1-1. You actually answered the question.
Bim.
Yeah, I like that comment. That was a good comment.
Yeah, Just 1-1 comes on the panel. He's always fire when he's up here.
My daughter's school just lost. She's not happy. UConn just lost.
No, man. Come on, bro.
In the first round?
No. this
No,
is
it's the regular.
It's a
Big East
tournament.
tournament?
It's the Big East tournament. They do that before the March Madness. This is how they pre-qualify.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Lee, let
They
me
need
ask
that punching them out real quick.
Lee, do you feel like these dudes are coming after you because they feel like your Knicks takes may be outdated?
You know what? That makes me feel good because as an OG, I'm being hunted. You know what I'm saying? So they can come after me. They can come after me all they want. But you know what I'm saying? Because I'm beguiled and I can bewilder them, they can never take my crown.
Who came after
So
you?
therefore, so therefore, so therefore, you can hold your comments and your thoughts and think about what I just told you.
Did you just
I'm
say they can hold these?
lost.
I got a question. Do you know any Kings? Like Don King, because I'm curious. You seem to be a good promoter, man. Boy, man, you got me in a spot where when y'all are ready, I'm gonna go after everybody because it's not that I'm going against y'all takes. It's nothing against y'all. It's just
What?
I see flaws in what you guys are saying. Just the one actually answered the question with the center position. Everybody is looking at this team healthy, saying this team is perfect. We added pieces. RJ is in here. There's a lot of pieces that are not here. So the roles of Randall, OG, all of them have changed, and none of y'all have accepted that. But y'all think that we going out playing the same old school manner is gonna get us to win. No, like I said earlier, relying on the three ball because we added three ball shooting and being at 42% and above. Adding that to our game, using Dante DiVincenzo as a secondary team off the bench. There are variations of how we can be deadly in the playoffs. Now, this is the problem I have with you guys. Everyone just thinks that we're going straight in with this
Yo,
team and picking up where we're at. That's
Take it
not how it's
easy,
going to
my guy.
happen. The
Take it
yo,
easy.
rotation,
he
it's
he
not you,
keeps
sir.
watching
It's not
player
you.
Getting a
Bi.
choice.
little aggressive,
It's
but
not you.
getting a
It's
little
not
Watching
you.
player
aggressive.
choice.
See what I'm saying? I'm not coming off aggressive. I apologize if I
It's
am,
passive
GI.
aggressive.
You watching
That's
too much
okay.
players choice.
Nah, it ain't
Yeah.
even that. But here's the thing. You guys understand that for real. No, seriously, let's be real. Everyone understands that we added pieces to this team, correct? So us adding those pieces, the roles are different. So that's all I'm trying to say. And if the roles are different, Randall's job may not be to be playing bully ball. OG's job may not be to be playing that full court defense because maybe Precious Achua, like Flip said earlier, with OG can actually help out that other side and Hart down low. Now we have a solidified down low locked with Dante and Brunson. That's actually a bad threat. How are you going to get rebounds off of them three or try to go down in the paint with them three? And you kicking out the 240 above percent shooters? See what I'm saying? I'm giving you guys examples of how we can win in the playoffs, and I'm showing you that we can make the right adjustments because we've seen this all throughout the season. But again,
So,
y'all say that we're gonna go down the road doing the same thing. This thing is
so,
different. We are a
so the
championship
first,
team. We are better than
so,
what we once were. That's all I'm saying.
so, so I believe the starting five, if healthy, will be Jalen Brunson, Dante DiVincenzo, OG Ananobi, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson.
I'd rather go with
Mitchell
Holmes.
Robinson. Well, let me finish, please, and then you can counter. You asked for some intelligent conversation, and you cut me off quickly. Um, so that I just believe that Tibbs wants to start with that defensive presence, and iHeart works going to work better off the floor. He's going to be better with the second unit. The second unit is going to be that much tougher because that's going to be the strength of the team. But let me get through the first unit. What's going to happen is we're going to have to pull Mitch out to the foul line to set these picks for. We're going to have to pull Mitch out to the foul line and set these picks for Brunson. Brunson's going to go back and forth off this pick and roll with Mitch. And that's going to open everything up for Randall to play bully ball, OG to sit in the corner, and Dante to be anywhere on the floor that he wants to be at, spreading the floor. That is a major split floor with Brunson, one of the best efficient scorers in the league. I'm not sure what else you want. And then Tibbs gets to keep that pack and gets to play defense out of that. He can very easily play defense out of that. Mitch, he'll follow the play down, he'll bang the glass. If not, you got a bunch of people getting back. You got OG getting back. You got Dante getting back too. very handsy players. I'm not sure why you don't think that's going to work. What we don't know is what's going to happen in the second unit now with Alec Burks. Um, I mean, oh my goodness, Alec Burks, Josh Hart, Bojan, Precious, and iHeart. Man, that's better than some people's starting five. So the question on can we win a championship and whether we have enough stars, click quickly resting. How good is that second unit going to be? Is that second unit going to be efficient no matter who they play, no matter who's second, no matter if they other team leaves their starters out there for 44 minutes, 43 minutes a night? Will they still that second unit still be so good that it doesn't matter? Then you won't need a star. If that second unit can beat other teams' second unit by 12 points, 14 points every night, you won't ever need a star. What you'll need is a big enough salary cap to pay for a team this good. That's my response, my friend. And thank you for allowing me to finish.
Can I piggyback on that? I want to just say because I
Just
thought
one sec. GI, I will let you go, Latrell, but GI, I have two rebuttals. It's about Hart, and it's about what you said with the second team rotation. I'm going to comment to that in case I forget.
Cowboy Bob
Go ahead,
letting y'all
Latrell.
talk. Y'all know it's Cowboy Bob letting y'all talk. Cowboy Bob was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all talk, but I got
No,
two."
I'm being respectful because I'm always cutting people off. That's why I'm saying I'm going to let
Or,
y'all talk.
or you can just let be patient and respectful, and understand it's a panel, and everybody want to get their turn to speak. But if they don't, but if they're intimidated by you, well, not intimidated. That's a strong word. If they want to hear from you, then you go ahead and do your thing, bro.
Cool. Gotcha.
King Ribby, don't be Cowboy Bob just got a lot of stuff to get off his chest, okay? And Corey Lee, he just got some things to get off his chest. Go ahead, go ahead, Cowboy Bob.
Why you
Now, go ahead, Latrell. You said you had something.
I was just gonna say one thing about how in 1999, to what Ghetto Intellect was talking about the second unit, people forget when Childs, Camby, Kurt Thomas, they just even Spreewell. I know Spreewell started some games in the playoffs late, but there were certain moments where our bench just gave us that boost and energy that, to be honest with you, a lot of times the starters in some of those series, they obviously the games were low scoring, but like they had nothing, and then we got the juice immediately from the second unit. So like he's correct in saying that ultimately, yes, I do believe in big moments you need everybody. Not everybody's going to play great. You're going to have guys that struggle in certain playoff games, but you want Randall to have success. You want Brunson to have success, but the second unit plays a very big role. And if we can get that punch and boost, that will be big. That's all I'm going to say. I'm done.
Okay. All right. Ghetto Intellect. As you mentioned earlier about having Mitchell Robinson start, I'd rather have iHeart because he's already into the rotation, and I think he's better on the pick and rolls than Mitch. And having Mitch coming back from a serious injury, I'd rather him run with the second team in case Hartenstein gets into foul trouble. We can use Mitch and then probably use Sims if we need be, or use Precious. But we have those options. But I'd rather start Mitch off the bench and guide him in slowly because him being on that second team would help us out a lot better far as rebounding and as far as those second chance opportunities because now you'll have Mitch, you'll have Hart, you'll have Precious, you would even have McBride and Burks. Or you could even take out McBride and leave in Dante and put Burks. Or leave in Brunson. You could leave those options as far as the second team. The second team can be consisted of a rotation with the starting five like they did with the Clippers, where they had all five of their guys starting, but then they rotated and kept two in at a time of their initial starters throughout the game. We can do that said rotation with these teams. So our second team really needs to be solidified in defensive and rebounding. So we can get the offense from Bogues. We can get him into a situational piece to where we need them extra 20 points that he got. Boom, throw him in. We have another place where we could use Precious because Precious has been stepping up. Not saying he's going to be a world 20-point scorer. No, but he could give us 10, 15 rebounds that could help out Rick Mitch as well. Now we got that solidified. Defense is locked down. Our second team can be rotated in with a shooter or two. I think our second team is good. I'm sorry. That's all I had to say about that. Just those two topics. I think our second team is good enough for that.
Oh, so you like my take? Then I'm not the one you trying to beef with. You trying to beef with somebody else. I just want to make sure you wasn't on my heels. I'm gonna go
I'm
on
not.
mute.
Nah, I'm not. I'm not beefing with you. I have a tendency to
Yeah,
come off.
that sounded like what Gi said like 20 minutes ago.
I'm not trying to beef with anybody. I'm just saying
You ain't gotta be
sometimes.
scared of Gi, bro. Gi's a human.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
you just said he OG.
you
OG
actually
in
said
my
you
name.
had smoke for everybody. Actually
I
said you
said
had
it
smoke for
though,
everybody.
but
I
I
gave
said
my
my.
take, and then you didn't have smoke. You agree with my take, so maybe you just think
No, I
how I
didn't
think.
agree
I'm
with your
good.
take. Wait, hold on. I didn't agree with your take because I said that you switching out Mitchell instead of using Hartenstein. You said start Mitchell. I said
So,
start Hartenstein. That's what
so,
I didn't agree with, and I also
so,
gave you.
so I'm just letting you know right now why I say that. I get the feeling we'll be playing Boston because I think Milwaukee's the biggest joke. I think, first of all, I think you can foul Giannis in the fourth quarter. He won't make enough free throws to keep them in the game. Dame can't shoot enough three-pointers for the number of free throws Giannis going to shoot because I'm going to take the ball out of Dame's hand by fouling Giannis. But we'll deal with that later. I think we're going to be playing Boston Celtics. And I promise you, nobody plays Kristaps Porzingis in the NBA better than Mitchell Robinson because Mitchell Robinson got fast feet. He go out on the wing. He's faster than Isaiah Hartenstein. And Porzingis wants to open the floor for those guys and play out on the wing. And Mitchell allows us to play with what you call, so what Mitchell brings defensively, I don't need iHeart's offense for. You're forgetting I'm on the floor with Brunson, Randall, OG, and Dante. I got
Dante.
plenty of offense to score. I just need to play great defense. And Mitchell Robinson is one of the best defenders in the NBA. He just can't stay healthy, but he's one
I
of the
agree.
best defenders in the
Thank
NBA.
you.
I got her. I'm out,
Thank
guys.
you.
But Ghetto, I agree with you. I agree with you on Mitch. I'm out, guys. Peace. Good
Thank
talk.
you.
All right.
Hang in there. We'll
I
be on the
agree
we'll
with
be
you,
on the
Ghetto.
float one day, man. We'll be on the float. Even you, Cowboy Bob, you'll be on the float with me.
Perfect. Thanks. I love that.
Cowboy Bob, I like your energy. I like your spunk, but you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
need a few more years of this before you think you could just
Mm-hmm.
bully the
but
board.
but
It's
Giotto.
just too soon. It's just too soon in your career to be
But
proclaiming championships and stuff. You're just actually
but
a little young, a little
but
whippersnapper, respectfully.
but but see, Gi, what you keep missing, Gi, what you keep missing, and I keep repeating myself. The roles are different because of the additions that we have. So for you to expect Mitchell to be the same person, he's not going to be. So that's where we agree to disagree. And Gi, thank you for the
Why
conversation.
you hey, nah, dude, nah, this dude is hey man, Gi sharp as a tack, bro. He ain't missing it.
I'm not. No,
He just
I'm
don't
being
agree with what
polite.
you're
I
saying.
said. I'm just saying. I don't agree with
He's
that take
polite.
because
He's
the
polite.
whole thing that
I
he's
like that
saying
you're
is
polite.
you're saying that we could do this, we
Mets,
can do
words
that.
matter, Mets. You know that, right? Words matter.
I'm just saying you told me every situation of how you looked at it to be better. All I'm saying is with these additional pieces we've had, the roles are different.
Yes, the roles are going to change. Well, the lineup, the roles are not going to change in the starting unit. You've seen what's going to happen. We're going to use pick Brunson out of the pick and roll, and he's going to keep playing downhill. And if you commit to stopping him downhill, then it means you're leaving Dante DiVincenzo and OG and will be somewhere wide open shooting the ball. And Brunson's going to find them. And then Randall's going to be crashing the boards, backdoor, getting ready to catch the ball in the position to score at the bucket. He's committed to doing that. He's moving more without the ball, trusting that the ball is going to come to him. That's why he's been playing more efficient. I don't understand what you haven't been watching. We've already done this with the starting unit. What we didn't have when we traded quickly, we didn't have any punch off the bench. We didn't added Burks and Bojan off the bench with Hart Hartenstein, because I'm telling you, Mitch, first of all, Tibbs is old school. And maybe you don't understand what it means, old school. Old school means you don't lose your position due to injury. By the time Iheart proves that he should start over Mitch, he will have to outplay Mitch on the floor. No one outplays Mitch when Mitch is rebounding. And Iheart is very comfortable playing behind Mitch because he knows that Mitch makes the game easier for him. Because he gets to come in against second string people and make his money. You're complicating this, Cowboy Bob, because sometimes you just got to keep it simple. It's called keep it simple, stupid. We call it KISS.
Right.
That's what we do. You don't overcomplicate things.
Yo, preach, GI. Preach, GI. You need to listen.
Why you jumping, Cowboy Bob, bro? GI can't handle it.
Because son need to listen, but I'm gonna fall back.
Yeah, man. Lee coming in, like kicking that man back in while GI shooting a fair one. Yo, he wilding, bro. He wilding, bro. Yo, Lee, I think you want a piece of Cowboy Bob, bro. You got to relax.
Go ahead, bro. I'm waiting,
bro.
Go ahead.
You crazy, man. That's my nephew, man. Be quiet, man.
Hey, Cowboy Bob. He legit saying, he's legit saying you are a nephew, bro. Know your place.
Okay. And I'm gonna tell you, like your nephew, I'm gonna be saying thank you for training me, because when I'm out here knocking these fools out, I'm gonna look at you and say thanks, son. So
and that's what you're supposed to say.
So ghetto intellect. You said KISS, right? Keep it simple, stupid, right? How are we gonna keep it simple, stupid when roles are different? One and two, these guys are different than what they were. Because why? We have more shooting. Our offense stepped up. Our offense is not what it once was, both on the first team and the second team. Our defense is a step up, especially when OG. I would love to see OG impressions. That's what I'm talking about. So that's what I want to see. Those would make it a lot easier for other players to ease up. For example, Hart may not have to play as many minutes.
What I would like to see is Cowboy Bob and Corey Lee in a debate. That's what I would like to see.
I like to see.
Yeah, I would like to see.
Corey Lee's not a debater. Corey Lee's old school. Corey Lee's smooth. He don't want to be getting. Corey Lee don't want to get all worked up over this. This young guy. This young guy. He's got energy. Corey Lee's going through punches like the Bolos. He'll want to chase this guy around the room. He ain't got time for all that. But Cowboy Bob P game.
I was.
Wait, hold on.
My wife fucking with me right now because my wife messing with me right now because she don't believe I can throw the one hitter quitter.
$20. The winner gets $20. That's all I'm saying. The winner legit gets cash at $20. That's all I'm saying.
Cowboy Bob.
I'm putting my money on Cowboy Bob, bro.
I'm telling you, we're a new team. That's why everyone's looking.
Freezy, my man. That's all right. Because you know what? We're gonna drink on that money. We're gonna drink on that money later.
Ghetto intellect. You said people don't lose. Tibbs is old school, right? People don't lose their jobs due to injury, right? That's what you said. So if you're not up to par, you got cut from this team. So you just prove my point. They upgraded.
Get back here with your mans in there, Freezy. Cowboy Bob, what's that? Cowboy Bob, what's that? First off, you said you're a Freezy team, right? Where he at? Tell him to get. Okay, good, thank you.
No. I stand alone. I always stand alone. I'm a grown man.
Okay,
I stand on my own too.
But Cowboy Bob, you said you want to see Precious and OG. I respect that. But you don't want to see Bojan and Precious. You do realize Bojan is one of the best scorers in the NBA. First of all, do you know that?
I'm sorry, I do, but when you said your second team, I brought up Bojan and said that you can use him as a slasher and a killer. I don't want to use him as a
no. You said you want to see Precious. No. Hold on, you can't move the needle. No, we don't do that around here. That's what my boy used to do. His name was Kev. He not here no more. You gotta meet Kev. He makes guest appearances. But you gotta slow down. Don't move the needle. Okay? So you said you want to see Precious and OG. But I'm saying how? How you gonna take minutes from Bojan? That's what I mean. So you want to go
Okay.
back to running people on the ground.
No,
So
no,
you
no,
want
no, no, no.
OG to be on the. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm a hush.
I,
Go ahead. I apologize.
I apologize. No, because the thing is I thought you were going somewhere else. I apologize if I cut you off. But like I
No,
said,
go ahead.
I would use no. I want to use Precious and OG to give Randall time to rest if Mitchell's on the court. That's how I would use that setup because Mitchell is coming back from injury. That way I can have Dante up top and I could also have my man Brunson there. Now, if things are getting out of whack or if Mitchell isn't doing too well, I could rotate Mitchell out, put OG where at the four maybe, or keep him at the three, and put Bogues at the four, if need be, and have just a
Cowboy
guy
Bob.
use
Are you
them that way.
suggesting?
Hold on. You said how I would use Bogues, and I'm explaining it to you. This is how I would incorporate him into the system. Because now at his height, he can shoot the three over a defender that is bigger, and that bigger guy is going to have to contest the three to where he will be drawing that guy out. And if Mitchell's down low or Precious down low, that power forward is no longer there. So that gives us a better advantage.
So
So that's how I would use
so
Bogues. I
let me
wouldn't use him on
understand
the
this.
starting role. It'll be a
No, but
situational piece.
I misunderstood then at first. Because when you said you want to see Precious and OG, are you suggesting the answer to getting better is cutting Randall's minute? How many minutes you cutting from Randall to put Precious on the floor? That's what you
Mm-mm,
suggest
mm-mm,
makes us
mm-mm,
better?
mm-mm,
Less
mm-mm.
minutes from Randall? What do you suggest?
No. I'm talking about the options that we have. Let's say, for example, we run into a situation where Randall, because we know Randall, if he goes downhill and he's on his horse and they start calling fouls and he gets two quick fouls, that's when I would use one of those rotations because I'm
That's not
saying,
what you said. You changing the needle. You know,
I'm
this is the Blanche
I'm
Tears
not.
Network.
You
We
just
have
said
Blanche
no,
Tears
but
champions.
you just said, how do I expect them to use the rotation? Am I taking minutes away from Randall? I said no. I'm
No,
saying I
you
would.
said you want to see one of your when we let you go, have your own thoughts and to set the table for yourself to eat. You said you want to see Precious and OG, as if to say that's a team. Those two on the floor together bring something. So, in my response to you saying that on your own, you wasn't talking about no rotation. You wasn't talking about getting Bogues in. I made you think about Bogues because I'm saying, what is he saying? He's gonna start OG and then play him into the second unit so he gets time with Precious. I didn't understand the concept of how you was getting. So now you're explaining it. So I said the only other way to get Precious and OG together is to reduce Randall's minutes. And I'm saying if you think reducing Randall's minutes makes us a better player this year, then you definitely can't coach this team, and you got to stop the cap on the Blanche Tears Network. We got champions up here.
I never said that you would reduce Randall's minutes.
Champion.
I said when a rotation comes, Randall's in foul trouble or he needs rest because you expect Randall to play 42 minutes in 40 plus minutes a game. No. When he has his rest, that's when you would use those
Ribby, why you
rotations.
so
That's
quiet,
when you
bro?
would
You letting
use.
you letting Cowboy Bob just dig himself in the
Nah,
hole
What,
because
before you
I'm
ain't
not
gonna get
digging
what's
in?
his
myself in
name?
anything. He
No,
just
No,
I'm
he
just
what's his
listening,
name
listened.
man.
again?
He
Kev?
heard
What's the
one
Kev
thing
name?
and
Killer
took it
Kev?
into another thing. I didn't
Hoodie
say
Kev.
anything
Cornerstone
like
Cav?
that.
Huh?
You talking corner store Cav?
Cornerstone. No, not Cornerstone Kev. He was the cool dude from Plainfield. Um,
You talking about Hoodie Cav?
the
Hoodie Kev.
Hoodie Cav. You're a baby Hoodie Cav, Cowboy Bob. That's who you are. You're just a little less aggressive. Hoodie Cav would like
Hey,
end the
Wow.
whole show.
but Hoodie Cav is no
Legendary.
lie, no lie. He was emotional, but that dude had I think that dude had like 157 IQ, bro. Hoodie Cav.
Mm.
No, he's
No,
very
no,
smart. No,
yeah,
Cowboys
no
Bob is
lie, no
smart.
lie, no lie. That man got like 157 IQ. I heard and I'm not putting him on blast, but I heard his sister tell him something about being that smart and then getting around people and being something else. And I ain't
Socially
gonna
off.
say I ain't gonna say the other stuff but yeah.
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 She said called him an asshole.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah. King Ribby, you mighty quiet, bro. And Corey Lee, I can't
Look,
I'm
King
believe
Ruby
chilling, man.
laughing. He enjoying it.
I'm
He's
just
enjoying.
chilling,
He's
man.
laughing.
I can't believe Lee keep getting jumped by one person
I
and
got
Brody
left
didn't even
Freezy
say
instigate
nothing.
now, y'all. I've been talking too much.
Hey, hey.
Say nothing. But yo, where's Boulevard?
I'll be right back.
Boulevard 73 at, man? You know what I'm saying?
He probably somewhere in the background listening, but he know I can stand here and hold my own with the best of them. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter.
You
But
want me?
outside of that,
You want me to help?
man, come on. You need to stop.
Ribby,
Yeah.
don't let your uncle he said he liked the uncle, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, yo, you know
Hey,
what I'm
that's my
saying?
favorite nephew right there. One of my favorite nephews besides Greeny. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man. Everybody points is valid, but Cowboy Bobby just going far off the ledge. He didn't start watching Ron.
You gotta know the ledge.
Yeah, because I don't know, man.
I don't know. I think I might be with Mets and Cowboy Bob a little bit. Cowboy Bob is taking it to an extreme, but I understand where Mets is coming from. I understood where Spree
I
was coming
missed
from.
Mets'
I
take. I
agree with
got
that.
here late. I missed his take. You want to redo your take for me, Mets?
So basically, what Mets is saying, just real quick, basically what Mets was saying is it all come down to a coach that has a questionable pattern of behavior with minutes and adjustments in game, and how can we trust him now when his history has been that for so many years? That's basically what I got from what Mets was saying. Like, what makes
I
us think
trust that.
I mean, Ghetto, even from when I was on Gmo's podcast making phone calls, full well I've constantly accused Thibodeau of being nothing more than overkill
Tin Man.
A tin soldier who just doesn't want to change ways. Heartless, cruel, believes might makes right, and more of a machine than a man.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I trust that Leon Rose and the crew will fire Tibbs' tail if he can't handle all his talent. And I won't feel bad for Tibbs. He will have been given the best opportunity since Van Gundy and Pat Riley to coach at this franchise. No other coach has gotten the opportunity that Tibbs has got. He's gotten to remake himself plenty of times. But Tibbs has put himself in Coach of the Year candidacy, guys, on multiple occasions. He's gotten more out of less many times. I don't know why y'all don't trust him. I do.
Yeah. But look at his history, Ghetto. He has a nasty habit of taking star players and grinding them in the dust with his mentality. That's where
he's never had this depth. No team in the NBA has almost been as deep as we are.
Yeah. I agree with GI on that one. I don't think Tom Thibodeau has ever had a team this deep. And so I think the way that he approaches, for instance, I think the team right now is in such a auspicious place, right? Where the front office is good, the coaching is good, the roster is good. The only thing that we don't have at a reasonable level is health, right? And sometimes you can get them, sometimes you can get that, man, and then at other times you can't. But at the end of the day, you just got to trust what you have. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Oh,
Yeah,
that
that was
man just
fire.
busts in.
Yep.
That was
There you
fire.
go. There you
Family.
go. My
He's
other half.
kicking the door.
Family.
And that man
Family.
just come busting in the middle of the point. He
What's
don't even
going
care.
on?
Brooklyn in the house.
Brooklyn in the house.
Salute,
First of
salute.
all, salute. Cowboy Bob was popping, homeboy. GI was going on. Mess, of course, my brother Corey Lee. Ken Rip.
You do
What
it.
up, dude?
Good,
What a
man.
dude. GI was popping, homeboy. Uncle Freezy was up. And everybody in the chat, of course. Brooklyn
Yo,
keep on taking it.
yo,
Mm-hmm.
I just want to
Mm-hmm.
just want to say it real quick. Bully, I know that you're a classy dude. You know what I'm saying? Well dressed, sharp mind dude, man. You know what I'm saying? Salt of the earth. I'm just saying tonight, bro. Just be on your P's and Q's. Just
Oh
count
my
the
god.
comments on the rampage.
I've been looking at the whole thing as I talked to my brother Corey Lee earlier and whatnot. I've been looking at the whole thing. Freezy, you up there starting civil war in Lawrence Kidd's universe. you are Thanos right now, dog. You are
Whoa.
Me? Nah, bro.
He called you a beast, man.
Nah,
you started
I'm
civil
just
war,
standing up for
but it's
everybody.
good. It's good, but it's
I'm just
good.
standing
It's
up for
good.
everybody, bro.
Yeah.
Yo,
You sitting back
hey,
watching
Mets,
everything
have I
unfold.
not tried to defend you like 3 or 4 times a night? That's my guy. I'm standing up for everybody. King Ribby, right? I'm defending everybody. I'm not trying to start no. We not starting no trouble. We just
I've been
having some fun.
I've been peeping and piecing and whatnot. I see there's there's a lot of factions that go on around Lawrence Tids. Of course, you got, the freestyle, and you got the 718 boys, and
Hey,
you got
relax. We gotta call them the honorable Knicks freestyle, bro. Come on, the OG.
the honorable, yeah, the OG, the
Come
OG
on, they
honorable
OGs, bro. You
freestyle.
gotta give them their
That's
respect.
right.
They've been in the game too
Facts.
long, bro.
Yeah, no doubt. You got Woodshed, you got AD, you know what I'm saying? Then we kind of, go diverse, and we join up with Heat fans and Cavs. I think we had a couple of Cavs fans on there before, Mavs and stuff like that. I see you mixing up the pot, homeboy. I see what you're doing. You're
Yeah,
stirring the
and yeah,
pot.
I noticed you left out buzzer beater, bro. Did you do that intentional or
You
accidental?
know what? No. Hold on. I was about to mention that, which was a great joint. I like that, the buzzer beaters and everything. So I mean, listen, get down with the get down. Come on with the come on. Let's man. We can all do this. This is what you call civil war and whatnot. Let's do it.
Yeah,
Ghetto music. Ghetto music.
Let's do it. But I definitely got my boy CL Smooth back all day.
Yeah,
No doubt about
it. Because no lie, bro. We've been getting positive feedback from buzzer beater, man. People
Yeah,
been
I watched it. It was great. It was dope. Yo, River, you
the
did your
only
thing.
thing though is we
And
can't do
Cowboy
them
Bob.
on Sunday mornings, bro. We can't do it on Sunday mornings, bro. People been asking me if we can do it at another time, but we can't do it on Sunday mornings, bro. We'll be up.
What's
We'll
wrong
be
with
up
Sunday?
5 o'clock in the morning.
Stop playing with me, Freezy. Stop playing with me. I see what you throwing the carrot in front of my face. I get it. I get it. I get it.
No, I'm saying we can't start at.
Come on, man. Yo, bro. I didn't fall off the tomato truck yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, they don't put
I wasn't picking strawberries. I wasn't picking strawberries last year.
Bro, come on, bro.
Yeah. My wife said it was the year before last. But
there's always room for compromising. There's always room for compromise.
Family, bro, what you talking about, Lee?
Yeah, we all family.
What you crazy? Listen. Yo, yo, Ribby, why you ain't spoke up and told Cowboy Bob? I've been looking for him to pop on Sunday morning.
You've been looking for Cowboy. That's why he's salty. That's why that man's salty, bro.
Oh my god.
I be salty as a
Nobody's salty. Hey, why do I need to be salty? I'm solidified where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
Well, Freezy, what you trying to do, man? What are you? What are you trying to do, man? What's the goal that you trying to accomplish here?
He's trying to cause havoc,
bro.
man.
Why is
is this healthy competition? Is this what you trying to make it to?
I'm still here. Let's focus on me. I'm the one that's starting up the tornado. I'm the one with the traps. Let be the referee.
All right, Bob, hold on. The real, I mess with you, BT. I mess with you, homeboy, and whatnot. But I ain't gonna front. Kid. You got to know the ledge, like my man Ron say. You got to know the ledge, homeboy.
You mean jumping off, my nigga? Like, yo.
Yeah, you jumping off, kid, and there ain't no water down there. Ain't nothing but concrete. You got to be easy.
Yo, he
Easy.
trying to check that man on the
Okay,
low.
so
Easy,
if
no,
I
but I
don't
ain't
know
got
that
nothing
there's
against
a
him. I don't
leg,
have nothing against Uncle Bob. I mean, cousin, cousin Bob. I'm calling you cousin Bob, man. That cowboy is something else, but you know what I mean? Because we family.
Yo,
We family.
yo, why you can't just call him by his name?
All right, then I'm calling him BT then. BT, what up?
He call you
Nah, let me stop. I'm
Corey?
only messing. I'm just messing with him, dog. Stop. Come on now. Cowboy, but
I
you
love
gotta
it.
slow your
Keep
roll.
going.
You
You
gotta slow
good.
your roll, homeboy. Pump your brakes.
New
You
York
got spurs
Cowboys
on
is
them boots.
crazy. You know that.
You got spurs on them boots. Use
Exactly.
them spurs. Use them spurs on them boots and
Okay,
slow down.
so
Okay,
Mr.
slow
Boulevard,
down.
please tell me what don't you agree with so we can elaborate.
I didn't know. I didn't say I didn't agree with anything. I just said you just a little bit too hype, homeboy. Come down off the juice a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's it. You
But
good.
wait, hold on. We all hype.
Yo,
We all believe that this team's a
Bless
championship.
you.
We just look at it differently.
I'm
My
just
views
saying
is
everybody,
how
I
we
think we
using
all
the
in
people we
all
have.
right. So my take is this. I think we all in a euphoria right now because we ain't never been in this position as Knicks fans. That we are actually arguing about good things, good and bad things. It's a good and bad problem and whatnot. And we all just giddy. We like little kids bumping our heads against the wall right now. Because we just in this position that we ain't never been in before, or therefore seeing it with our own eyes. Like Corey Lee said earlier, he was born into this. We was born into this and whatnot. So 50 years without having a championship, and we was there, what, 90, 92, 94, or whatever, and then we was there at 99. Like, we on the cusp of making some greatness, and so we all buggedy up right now. We all bumping our heads, bruh. So we all got to kind of relax and chill out for a little bit. You know what I mean? But your points is good points, but you just be, son, I don't know where you coming from sometimes. Like, you made GI point up about certain situations and stuff like that.
No,
And
I didn't.
I know you want to get, I know you want to get technical and everything, but all technicality is not good technicality if you know how to just break it down and then boom, just break
But
it down
wait,
and go on out.
how did I make Gi's point when I don't agree with the Mitchell or what he said about the second team rotation? And every time he brought in a variable, I answered it. He said about how Randall, what am I going to do? Take away from Randall's minutes? I answered that. Then he said, how am I going to use
But how
Boom.
does
I
that change
answered that.
Randall? How does that change Randall? What you say? Like,
As,
how's that changing Randall?
okay, as far as when Randall comes back, using him for the playoffs, we can use him as a secondary facilitator on the team to Brunson when he comes back because he's been doing that earlier. We can also use him
you
and keep him in the rotation a little bit longer. But if he gets
you
into
also
foul
see
trouble or if he shows fatigue, we can have the extra option of using Precious Achua at the
no
four and let
no.
him
It's
and
impossible to
OG.
debate with you, Cowboy Bob.
But you cutting me
It's
off and you get mad
impossible.
when I hold on, Gi.
No,
I've
because
respectfully been quiet and you
no,
just cut me
because
off. What? Go
well, you
ahead.
mischaracterized our conversation. You mischaracterized. No, you started with cutting Randall's minutes. I didn't suggest anything. You
I
started that.
never
You said you
said cut Randall's minutes. I said when he comes back from 80%, if he's at 80% or less, I would have him come back, start, rest him at a little bit more, and use Precious at the four.
Is that
That
not
way,
cutting his
all
minutes?
I'm gonna go. I'm
Facts.
gonna
no,
go
it's not
on
cutting
mute.
his minutes. Resting him
I'm
more.
gonna go on mute.
How was that cutting his
And
minutes?
that's not what he
If
said.
he's at 100%, that's
And it's
not
even
cutting his
worse than
minutes.
that.
That's not
Cowboy
cutting
Bob
his
And it's
is
minutes.
even
Made
worse
the
than
whole
that.
point.
But that's
Hold on,
what
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold
And
on.
it's
So if I wait, hold on,
and it's
no,
even
let's be
worse than
real.
that.
If I no, because you said take no, I don't understand that at all. That's not cutting his minutes. All you're doing is just giving him a break earlier. That's all
no,
I'm saying.
no.
When the
But it's
option
the
comes
same
up,
stuff.
it's no, it's not. Okay,
Cowboy
so if Randall
Bob.
gets in the foul, hold on. If Randall gets in the foul trouble, are you not looking to get him out of the game?
right.
But that's
Right. But
different.
That's
That's
something
not the
different.
Okay,
same
and if
as
Randall
Exactly.
is
speaking.
playing, the game, and you see that he's fatigued and he needs a rest, are you not going to take him out? How are those
Cowboy Bob,
two
honestly,
scenarios cutting into his minutes? That's a part of
Cowboy
the
Bob,
game.
I popped you.
If he needs
Cowboy
rest,
Bob, I popped you.
no,
Cowboy
you
Bob, I
didn't.
popped you.
No, you're
All on
making
your
stuff
own.
up because you're not making sense.
Cowboy
I
Bob,
said the best
all
time
on
you
your
would
own.
rest Randall is when Randall is hurt, when he comes back from injury and he needs
Cowboy,
rest.
What you
So
sipping
then
on,
you
brother?
use
Cowboy
that,
Bob,
or you use
all
him
on your
for the
own.
foul trouble. That's not cutting into his minutes.
Cowboy Bob,
That's monitoring his minutes.
Cowboy
Because
Bob,
he
look at
needs
me
rest.
going crazy.
It's the
Cowboy
same
Bob,
meaning, bro.
all on your own.
So if I
Cowboy
rest
Bob,
Randall
hold
5
on,
minutes in
Bully.
the first quarter and
All
play
right,
him
my
He
in the
bad.
wasn't
fourth
here,
quarter,
Bully.
I mean the fourth
I
quarter,
got you. I got you.
and
Bully,
he
I want
plays
to
those
repeat
same 5
exactly what he
minutes,
said,
he
Bully.
didn't lose nothing.
Because
That's what I'm talking about.
this is how we make champions up here. Not screaming, not over talking people. Champions are made up here like this.
But you did that.
All on your own. All on your own, Cowboy Bob. You said you can't wait to see Precious and OG together. Like that was the thing. It was the please don't come off mute. Don't come off mute yet. Please hold on. Let me land the plane. Because I gotta set it up so you can debate the right thing. All on your own. You was like, we're gonna be doing this, we're gonna be doing this, and I can't wait to see Precious and OG together. So I said, okay, Cowboy Bob, in order to get Precious and OG together, that means you want to cut Randall's minutes. You think that makes us a better team, and you've been backtracking about cutting Randall's minutes ever since. In order to get Precious and OG together, and I'm gonna shut up right here. In order to get Precious and OG together, you gotta cut Randall's minutes, and that won't make him an all-star in the NBA. They don't cut all-stars minutes when the time matters.
You asked me, how is that possible to have OG and Precious together? I simply just gave you this scenario without cutting into Randall's minutes. If he needs rest, you can rest him earlier in the game and use him later on the back end. He still won't lose his minutes. That was the point I was trying to make when everybody else was talking. Also, when he gets into foul trouble, that's when you would use it because I was answering your initial question about the second team. What do I see our second team does? I said we could use adjustments like Dante backing up the second team offensively with folks, as well as using OG with the second team. That's why I brought up
How do
Precious.
starters back up the second unit?
Hold on. You please do not
There's
cut me
no
off.
logic.
That
Cowboy
was
Bob,
the
why you
whole
why you
point.
yelling at GI? GI is just he ain't yelling at
Exactly.
How do starters back up the second unit, Mets?
they don't.
They don't.
You
That's why I'm saying what Bob says has no logic to it. He's just
You-
And he wants us to let him keep going. He wants us
Y'all
to
are
let
not
us keep
listening.
going as he
You
says something
asked me
crazy.
how would I use
We're
the second
listening.
team
You said Dante
rotation.
is backing up. You said Dante's going
Oh
to be
my
backing
God.
up the second unit. That's what you said, Bob. And I got to stop you when you say that.
I said
This
you
is the
can
Blonde
rotate
Chairs
him
Network.
in. No, go ahead, G. I apologize. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I just want you to. How can you have the starter backing up the second unit? You said that. You said I got Dante backing up the second unit. That's a quote.
I heard that.
Okay, yeah, GI. And we've spoken plenty of times on this channel. Dre, everybody, and I've even said it. You can start Dante, same way you can start Randall. After 5 minutes, give them a rotation of putting in Hart, putting in those other players. These are rotations we've already seen. So you can't sit here and tell me I'm wrong because I have seen Dante play with the second team as the starter. I have seen Josh Hart come in and play with the first team. This is what I'm talking about. I'm using the same examples from before, but you're saying I'm wrong when we've actually used these
Right.
rotations.
Because you are wrong. Because what GI said is not that scenario you said. GI asked you how is Dante gonna back up the second team? Right. That was the question. Not can they play together? You said Dante backing up the bench players.
Yes.
Yeah.
He can
And backing
start
up the
for
bench players and playing with the bench players are two separate things. We didn't GI, I know you didn't, you felt like you didn't need to clarify that. Right. And generally we don't. So
Can I get a response to that?
There's nothing to say. I honestly just said what I said. I honestly think you starting him up for 5 minutes and going ahead and playing
We
for the
got him,
first 5 minutes. And that's it. Y'all can keep laughing, whatever. There's nothing else to say. You can say, "Oh, I got you," and everything. You said how I can help the second team. I telling you
We
to
got
start
this nigga
Dante,
now.
get him. You know what?
For being a broken record, quit rotating the circle with your rhetoric because there is no why don't you do everyone a favor and clam up and let them have a turn. Because that's the problem with you being on this show all the time. You just go rambling around.
Mm-hmm.
far longer and far worse than any of us together.
So, but it's funny how
shut up.
It's funny how when we talk about Dante Murray starting with the first team, if he would have come here and have him help out the secondary team, that seems fine. But when I use that with Dante, I'm
Help
the
out the
idiot. But
secondary
it's
team. I've
okay.
never heard anybody say that before. I don't mean that we could talk at the same time because I'm talking
We've
low.
had shows here where we said if we had Dante Murray coming, he would come in here, he'll start with the starting team, and we would rotate him in with the second team as far as using him as a secondary option. That's the same scenario I'm using with Dante DiVincenzo. But because I'm not saying it correctly or I misinterpret, because as you can see,
There
Unc
you
did
go.
Well, then
clarify.
say that. Then
Maybe
then
that's
say
why
that
it's
right
like
there.
that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
admit
okay.
to
Say
that,
It
that.
then
is
I
what it
feel
is.
Yeah,
better.
then say
Yeah,
that.
and then we can
Yeah.
move on. Yeah.
Yeah, you messing
Yeah.
up, kid. And then you let
You can't.
Alicia
Words
cracking on you,
matter.
boy. You better stop playing.
Yeah,
That
we're
girl
having
Alicia
an
cracking on you.
intellectual debate. And we're having an intellectual debate. Words matter. You can't say what you want
Word.
to say and then say, well, this is what I really meant. No. I'm going to focus on your every word. I'm hanging on. You told me you going to destroy me mentally. I got to be prepared. Pause.
Man, that man ain't say intellect for nothing, boy. I'll tell you what. You get money though, cowboy.
And people wonder why I just stay quiet until he's done rambling and then snap at him.
Calm down, Bess. You good. You cool, homeboy. Don't unleash the cracking on
So,
him, please. Don't do
Like
it.
we're dealing with rambling rabbits in the old Firefly Funhouse with this guy.
so let me get it back on fair ground. So you suggest that one of the things you did say is, and it's an intelligent take, you can't take it away from it, that you want to now see us play small. We spent all this time to get big. We were one of the smallest teams in the NBA to start the season. We played the whole year playing small and wasn't getting us nowhere. But now you want to see. You said since we got Randall and Precious, you got a love affair with Precious. Pause. But you're saying now with Randall and Precious, we could play small. Why would a team get as long as we got? We got Bojans along forward, OGs along forward. We got iHeart and Mitch when healthy. We got two of the longest centers in the league. Pause. Why do you now got all that size? Pause. Why do you then now excited about us playing small? Can you help me understand that concept? I apologize for taking so long.
Yeah, man.
The concept of us having us play small is to add to our game. That's what I was simply trying to make sure that we
Yo,
understand.
don't be getting no, nah,
That
man. Don't be
I'm
be
not.
coming
I'm
Yeah,
here
put
not.
talking
that
No,
all
I'm
energy.
planned and
Put
fine.
now.
the energy,
I'm
man. Put
calm.
that energy up.
Cowboy Bob. Now you trying to put a silk shirt on, bro. Be
No, I'm not
yourself,
putting a
bro.
silk shirt on. I'm making sure. I'm
Be
making sure I
yourself.
heard every. Hold on.
You
Hold
ain't
on.
gotta be worried about Coach
I'm
Malpecia
making sure I
You
and
heard
want
not
to sweat
getting
it out
everything
that
he
yourself.
said.
Wrangler. You want
I'm
to sweat it
making
out that
sure I
Wrangler
heard
shirt.
everything he
Come on,
said,
dog.
and I'm answering his question. All
All
I'm
right.
simply saying was the reason why I brought up small ball was because it's an option we have. Just like how I was saying about Precious and OG. These are options that we have learned throughout the system that we can not throughout the season, excuse me, that we now can use. That's all I'm saying. We have more options than what we did earlier. So that's my take. That's why I said we can use small ball. And I'm not apologizing for anything. I'm standing on my own too.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
trying
yeah.
not to
Hey,
come off aggressive
Bob,
because I
Bob,
have
can I
been
say
looking
one thing?
aggressive on the show.
Man, Bob, man, I'm not even gonna say nothing about your aggressiveness, but I'm gonna say something about this. I said that was by choice, by force, not by choice. Top Thibodeau, if Top Thibodeau had the opportunity to run Hartenstein and Mitch the whole entire season without them getting hurt, do you actually think somebody under 7 foot would have been out there playing center?
Nope.
Ask yourself that question. Thank you,
Okay,
2
Freezy.
minutes.
with that question, I can't give you a fair answer because of the adjustments that I've seen Tibbs make this year. I think if given a
It's
situation,
because of
there we
it's
go.
because of
Hey,
circumstance,
why y'all
bro.
coming hey Lee, why y'all coming at Cowboy Bob though? Why I feel like Cowboy Bob getting jumped, bro.
No, I'm not
No,
coming
Justo,
back at
man,
him.
don't weak that man
Justo,
stuff
I'm
like
not
that.
coming
He
back
ain't
at
smoke
him.
for
I'm
Randall
not coming
everybody.
at
Tonight
him
is
like that.
literally
That's
Stop
on
my
coming
guy.
at
fire.
him.
Do y'all believe
We know
Brunson will
Cowboy
get more
Bob.
catch and shoot opportunities,
We know that
or we
man.
still need a better ball handler? Appreciate you, Justo.
Salute, Justo.
Yeah, man.
Salute.
Hey, man, listen, man. Cowboy Bob, man, listen. If I'm not gonna lie to you,
Freeze,
bro,
you
I
started
don't, I
this.
don't agree. I don't agree with everything that you said,
Mm-hmm.
but I do appreciate the fact that you in G status saying what you're
He
saying.
said,
Met you too, as a
nah,
matter of
Freeze
fact.
that instigator, man.
Yeah,
For
nah.
real.
Yeah,
I
No, no,
instigator.
no.
Yeah,
Nah, for
yeah,
real, man.
No,
instigator.
no, no.
now, I mean, I don't
Freeze
believe
that
in hurling
instigator,
insults and all that stuff, but man, listen, if you got
And
a
then he
point,
and then he left Cowboy Bob to say that he got smoke for everybody. I heard it.
Yeah,
I was
it's
in the
like,
background.
Yeah, I'm
yo,
about to say.
Yeah,
yo.
Yo,
but
Cowboy
you
Bob
got
told me.
cut me off like you did last
I'm
time, and
I'm
then
sorry,
everybody
Freezy.
talked at the same time. Can we let Unc finish,
First,
please? So, please, Unc, you got the floor.
yeah,
What?
yeah,
before I say real
I know
quick, yo,
Cowboy
I
Bob.
See,
love you,
everybody
Bob.
keep cutting everybody off.
Yeah,
We love you,
Cowboy Bob.
Bob.
I always have the call, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I get where you're going with. I get where you're going with it, though. But yeah, man, I think, yo, Bully and Corey Lee jumping Cowboy Bob, bro. That's wild.
I'm not jumping that man. I
Especially
am
when
not
T.I.
jumping
and
that
Cowboy Bob
man.
was shooting the
No, I'm not. I'm just saying what he said. He said he got smoke for everybody.
You see how you do us,
And
bully? You see how you
yeah, I
do
know.
us?
I see him. I see him. I see him. And he
How
up here
I do,
instigating.
y'all,
He up here instigating, man. He playing the Western right now. He having
bro.
factions go against
Yo,
factions. I get
yo,
it. He's
how
stirring the
I do,
pot.
y'all,
That's
bro.
that. That's that
I be
Jersey.
up
That's that
Sunday
Jersey
morning
City ish.
at
Yeah.
6:30. I
What
be
you
up
Yeah,
mean?
that's that
6:30 in
Jersey
the
City. Yeah, that's
morning doing
JC.
thumbnails for the 718
Bob,
boys. Y'all talking about that's how I do, y'all.
Oh,
I
come
Bob, the
on,
only
you
reason,
are so wrong. You are so wrong right now. You so wrong right now.
Yo,
Because
you
listen,
I love you
had
too,
listen.
to do
Freeze.
it.
I love you too,
All you had to do was say, Lee, no lie. All you had to do was say, Cowboy Bob is your nephew, and Cowboy Bob better take it and like it. That's all you had to say. And
Whoa.
I would have been with
Oh,
you.
you better stop it. You better
Wow.
stop it.
Wow.
Why
I
would
was
you
on your
say
You
that?
side.
the
Why
one
would you
that
say,
said only
yo, that's
Welcome
some
to your
puff daddy, that's some
initiation.
puff daddy instinct just came out your
did
mouth.
he not King Ribby? Did he
Take
not
that, take
call
that, take
you
that,
one
take
of his
that.
favorite nephews?
Yeah.
Yo, am I lying,
And
bully?
as a matter of fact, he said,
I heard him
you
say that
my
earlier.
nephew, but you're not even my favorite nephew. Greenie from LI is my favorite nephew. Did he not say
Yeah.
that?
Greeny, shout out to Greeny.
Yeah.
Damn.
Bob,
No.
He did.
Bob, the
I
only
say
reason,
he's amongst my favorite. And don't get it messed up because I talk to Rippy almost every day. That's my guy.
Okay.
How dare you?
Bob,
Yo,
Bob,
Wow.
the only
What's up?
reason,
you
Bob,
the one
the
called
only
him
reason I
nephew.
was
I
cutting you off,
didn't.
Go
Good,
ahead.
yeah.
Bob, the only reason I was cutting you off, Bob, is because one, you said GI said, and that's not what I said. So I had to interrupt you because you was
Mm-hmm.
gonna go on a whole dietary, and I didn't say that. And
Mm-hmm.
another thing you said is that Dante will back up the second unit. I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
let you keep going. There's no way for starters to back up the second unit. Those are the only two times I cut you off, but I apologize for that.
No,
And
we
when
good.
he was
I
trying to,
need to learn.
Cowboy Bob, he was trying to prevent the
Yeah.
miseducation of Lawrence Tears.
No, that's why I was about to say, GI. I was gonna say
We
thank you
don't
for that.
let
No,
You
no.
those things
Hold
stupid
on.
for
happen.
that.
Certain
You
things
Hold
stupid.
on,
aren't
GI.
in
I was gonna
first.
say, GI. I was
Yeah.
gonna say thank you for that because you are right. I probably would have went into his tailspin, and I appreciate it. So thank you. That's all I was gonna say.
Oh,
I
you
look.
was on
This
that
is
bucket
all.
horse
Look,
too
Oh
this
long,
is
boy.
no.
all
Pause,
true.
bro.
This is all Blue Orange Kids. We are a family. If we can't
That's
go to
right.
blows on the show and
Lawrence
then
Tears,
take at
yeah.
the end of it, then what's the point of the
That's right.
tears? It's Blue
Welcome
Orange
to your
Kids, man.
initiation.
Lawrence Tears, yeah. Lawrence
Welcome
Tears.
to your
Exactly.
initiation. Welcome to your initiation, homeboy.
Hey, it ain't over. I know you guys. Y'all guys are gonna ride me till we win a championship, and even
Pause.
after that, y'all
Pause.
still gonna
Pause.
ride me.
Pause.
Hey,
Pause.
Pause.
yo, that man said
Pause.
Pause.
ride him
Pause.
and
Big pause.
Selfin.
Pause.
Yo,
Hell
pause,
yeah.
Complete
bro.
pause.
I gave a double
Total
pause.
pause.
T.I., do something with this guy,
Double,
bro.
triple pause.
Yo.
Ew.
Hey.
Ew.
Hey.
Hey.
Yo.
Yo, use them Spurs, homeboy.
Relax,
Slow it
bro.
down.
Yeah.
Slow it down, son. Slow it down,
My
kid.
bad.
Relax,
That
bro.
was just
Somebody need a
yeah.
cigarette, yo. Something.
I mean, y'all guys are gonna get jokes on me till we win a championship, but that's only gonna make this
Exactly.
better. So it's all love.
Exactly.
I ain't mad.
Good. You'll
Yeah,
sleep
man.
good at night, homeboy.
Where's
Don't worry.
Cowboy Bob from? Where you from?
Where's
I'm actually
DSJ?
from
Where's
the
he from,
Bronx.
originally?
I'm from the Bronx. I'm born and raised in the Bronx.
Yeah.
He from Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, bro.
Nah, he
No,
ain't
he
from
no,
the
no,
Nah,
best
no, he
style.
not. No, he not.
No,
No, he
no.
not. No, he not.
Don't
No,
do
he
no,
not.
I'm
that.
not.
Don't
No,
do
Nah,
that.
chill.
I don't even.
Chill,
I
chill.
stayed in my
Best style
Pause.
borough
niggas
and I
don't
went
wear
to
the
Jersey.
cowboy hats.
Nah, we
Yup.
don't wear
Hey, that's
cowboy
part of
hats,
the
Freeze.
718 we
Nah.
don't like to discuss.
Yeah,
What
Uh,
yo,
cowboy hats?
he from
huh?
Yes.
East, bro.
Oh, he from
Cowboy Bob
oh
from left rack. That's where he from.
left rack.
Nah.
Nah. Respect the left rack, man.
Left rack or left of the city. We left them out like
What up, homeboy?
we left them in
On the rack.
Yonkers.
Nah, that man,
On the
man,
rack.
stop playing. You know Cowboy Bob from Coney Island, bro.
Bob is cool,
I'm from the
man.
Bronx, man. Edson Ave, baby, all day, every day. Edson Ave.
Montauk.
Eden
You
Wall
from Montauk,
Project
man.
over there.
You moved out?
Yeah.
You moved out of the city? Or you still here?
I left. I left like when I was a kid. My mom got out and we moved to Jersey. So I've been in Jersey for a minute. Now I'm in Columbia. So kind of dope.
What part of Jersey?
I went to Teaneck High School. High School, and then I came down. I started moving to Newark, Patterson, Passaic, Jersey City. I even worked in Hoboken, and I used to watch Union City football games. Union City's football high school, they something different. Yeah, I thought Hoboken.
They put the stadium on the roof now, right?
Yeah, that's when I was there when they first started their first year.
Quiet money.
Roster. That was a beautiful stadium.
Yeah. Union Stadium.
Yeah, nah, man. What's wrong with being from Bed-Stuy, bro? Ain't nothing wrong with
No.
No. For you to be from Bed-Stuy, you have to know.
To all my people
Hey,
from Bed-Stuy.
Freezy up here cooking. Freezy up here stirring the pot, man.
Yo, come on. It ain't nothing but good people in. It ain't nothing but good people in Bed-Stuy, bro. We ain't trying to go down that road, bro. Salute to Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. Salute to everybody in Brooklyn.
Now from Bedford-Stuyvesant, the Sun, the Live was one representing BK to the fullest.
Come on, bro. Salute to Bed-Stuy, bro. We gotta relax, bro. These strays is catching everybody, bro.
You stirring up the pot, home slice.
Exactly.
That's what you doing. You stirred up the pot, man.
Nah, bro. Nah, I'm saying I just
didn't like some Marvel comic joint right now.
It all started when Mets came on and Mets was trying to talk and people kept cutting them off. And I was trying to jump in and like, yo, let Mets get in. And then when Ron was trying to get, when Spree the American Dream was trying to get his point off, right? He was passionate about it and nobody else can jump in. And you can tell people wanted to say something, but it was a passionate point of his. And I think what y'all taking it is like me jumping in on certain people's sides, and I'm not. I'm just saying, yo, we got microphones up here. We've been up here for 2+ hours. We got enough room for time for everybody to talk. That's all I'm saying. I ain't on nobody's side. The only thing I did feel like was a little bit disrespectful is when Corey Lee nephew Cowboy Bob. He like you my nephew. You don't like
He said sometimes you just need to shut up and listen.
That's like a hug. That's like a hug from the dudes from Brooklyn.
I said, when I walk into, give me that leg. That's what I needed, the leg. I said, that energy, that's the type of energy I like.
Yeah, man.
I used to go downtown, 129th Street. Hey, yo, DSJ stupid. Yo, he a troll for real. Oh, man. He talking about the old Kumo D song, Wild Wild West. I used to go downtown.
Yeah, man.
Cowboy talking about
on 20th 9th Street.
Yeah, man. Hey, but you know what though? You know what, Cowboy? I'm glad you did. You know what I'm saying? Stand your ground or whatever. No shit.
I tried.
My brother. I talked to Corey Lee like 10 times a day, or it seemed like, or maybe one time for like 10 hours every day. And however it go, me and Corey Lee stay in constant contact, man. But you know what I'm saying? I'm glad you didn't let him nephew you, because he said, yo, you need to shut up and listen, and you my nephew, and you gonna like it.
Yo, that is the worst.
As a matter of fact, he told King Ribby that too. King Ribby, did Corey Lee not say that to you?
No, he didn't not tell me that. See, like, why you? What's up with you, Freezy? Like,
Freezy all the day.
Yo, we all
heard it, man. You see,
didn't say that.
You see, he can't have me and Bully happy. He gotta have us poking at each other.
Yeah.
Yo, Lee, you telling me you didn't call King Ribby your nephew?
Of course, he know that.
And you didn't say, but he not your favorite nephew.
I said no. I said I love him like my other nephew, and that was Greeny from LI.
Nah, you know you did. You said Brandon was your favorite nephew, bro. Come on, Lee. Come on, don't do that.
Oh, okay. So if I say that, I misspoke because I love them just the same. How about
The
that?
intention. Maybe that wasn't the intention, but that what was said.
Exactly. So I may have misspoke. It's all good. They know how I feel about
They
them.
know they place. Y'all know what it is.
Yeah, just like Bob knows. You know what I'm saying? Bob know it ain't no hate over here.
Bob know what's up, man. I remember when he was BT. Now he Cowboy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
you know what I'm
I had
saying?
to
He
ride
out
out
here
to
with
the
the John
sunset.
Clettas and everything.
Right, man. Sweating all up under his regular shirt and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? Get him, Rancho.
Yeah, man. He a needle pusher for real.
Rancho Vaquero.
I love this show.
Yeah, man.
Nah, it's all love, man. It's all love, man. You know, we delusional right now, man. We in a happy space, so we all just getting crazy right now. Yeah, man. But it's for a good reason, man. For a good reason why. And stuff, man. For real.
Hey, BT, don't let these old school dudes come at you, bro. All they're gonna do is get off the live stream and go make pasta salad. You know,
I don't do no pasta salad.
Nah, we're gonna make Virginia ham.
I ate. Yeah, I already ate, kid.
Nah, we're gonna make Virginia ham.
We're gonna make some Virginia ham, son.
No,
nah, y'all can have. Yeah.
No, but the Cowboy Bob is very eager. He's very eager. So he brought that kind of on himself. From my perspective, I have any history with him. He just was like, "Well, G.I. up here, I just want to let you know I got smoke for you." Just like
he
that.
did say that. Now I remember you
cool.
said that. I heard that. I heard that.
I did.
Hey.
I said my smoke. I mean, we was on it for the last 2 hours. Yeah. So yeah,
I heard that.
we're good. Yeah, we're good. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm glad y'all guys allowed me to get it off, see where I made my mistakes. I can make my adjustments, and I can come back stronger. That's all it's about.
Hey, you gotta put your Cash App thing in the private chat so I can get all the dudes that lost to send you like a couple dollars.
Oh man.
Oh
damn.
Yeah, Freezy good for that. Freezy good for that. Yo, DSG, I see you.
I got you.
Good for that.
Who lost?
Cowboy
So
Bob.
you
And
throwing
what
shots
happened
at
if
me?
you won?
So you throwing shots at me?
And what happened if you
Oh no,
won?
so you throwing shots at me, Freezy?
What? What you mean?
Who what you talking about?
Yo,
no, he was saying about Cowboy Bob.
Cowboy Bob ain't saying nothing to you tonight.
You said what?
Who
Cowboy
lost?
Bob ain't saying nothing.
And what happened if you won?
No, family. Listen,
Because I
Freezy got
actually won.
Freezy got an ongoing thing. Like I know me and Freezy go back and forth with this Cash App thing, and I ain't seen no money yet, so I already know that you already went out and did what you had to go do and whatnot. But if somebody loses something,
Yo, hey, my bad, bully, my bad.
no, it's all good, homeboy. It's all good.
My bad. I apologize, bro. I apologize. I apologize for that. I didn't want anybody to know that I was sending you the money for a date.
Pause. Get out of here.
You're not. No. Hey, bully, don't do this. Wiz is the one started it. Wiz the one. Remember, Wiz texted us how much pasta salad costs in LA. Remember that?
I remember that.
Yeah, Wiz the one that started it, bro.
So that's been an
Y'all
ongoing thing
doubling
for the
down
family,
on this
man.
conversation?
That's been an ongoing thing.
What y'all be doing back
So,
there on them back chats?
so how
Yeah,
much?
look back up.
Yo, G.I.
Yo,
Oh.
and quite frankly, this conversation is making me feel uncomfortable, bro.
Because you're talking about,
Made me feel
You?
uncomfortable a
Free.
while ago.
Hey, Free. So you uncomfortable because you're talking about Virginia hams and
Ah,
Bahamadia.
macaroni Saint?
Lord.
You
Oh,
talking about
no.
Bahamadia?
Oh, Bahamas.
Pause all of
Oh,
this.
pause
All of
it.
this is pause.
Hey.
Yo,
Yeah.
but
Hey, yo.
hey, Cowboy Bob, it's 2 new people in the chat, bro. Don't
Mhm.
be going for next. You said you had smoke for
Yeah,
everyone.
I do.
What up,
keep it
Dre?
easy.
What up, Soul Finger?
And
Sorry.
What's happening? What's
Still?
happening?
just keeping it a stack. Soul Finger ain't the one to stay with, bro.
Soul Finger salute, my guy. Soul
What's going
Finger too
down,
Soul
smooth
G-Dog?
for
finger
you,
salute.
Cowboy Bob.
No,
What's up, my
I
brother
don't
You
get
ever
down
catch
like
that
that, man.
Jay Dilla thing?
Salute, Dre.
You know.
Salute, guys. Salute Dre. Salute Soulfinger. How y'all guys doing
Mm-hmm.
this
What's
beautiful
good?
morning?
What's good, Bob? You
Trey,
sound like
what
you
up,
need
my
more
guy?
cowbell.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I mean,
Okay.
the two people who I think pretty much can check me at any time with sports is just came into the room. So I want to see what y'all guys think. Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Nah,
Uh-oh. I'm gonna mute up.
What
I'm
did
gonna
you
mute
just
up.
say?
Dre, no. The reason why I say that,
What did you just say?
I'm
the
muting
reason
up.
why I say that, the
Yo,
reason why I said that,
Yo, man.
before
Yo,
GI,
Gi, Gi,
y'all don't talk.
man. Gi, I feel you,
was that
bro.
a
Listen.
private conversation in public?
I'm muting.
this guy is
Before
off the
I'm muting
GI,
up.
rails.
I'm
before
muting
GI
up.
and all of this, I'm saying there have been conversations I've had with Dre. There have been conversations I had with Soulfinger. And out of everybody else that's been up there outside of GI, those 2 points seem to be more hitting home. Just the
Outside
same
of
way
Ti,
GI corrected me.
Hitting
They have.
Yo,
home.
son. All right,
Ump,
Leos, man.
Ump
Son,
is the reason why I'm
you
here.
got a
So
half
this is what
ear.
I'm
You
saying.
got a half ear, bro.
No. These 2 people, they critique me the way I feel like, okay, if they saying it, I know I'm on the defense. So I'm saying right now, the way you guys said, I'm saying
Yo,
what I
bro,
noticed.
seriously?
If Dre and
Seriously?
Soulfinger said
Did
it,
you really?
I'm gonna say it's
Seriously,
true.
did you? Yo, how far do I gotta jump out the window
Hit
to
that
tell
like
you
button.
that you wrong, bro?
But see,
Well, see, hold on. Hey,
Know
C.
the
Lee.
ledge.
C.
Know the
Lee.
ledge.
C. Lee. Hold on. C. Lee, you got on the Jerusalem cruises?
BT
Yo,
Cruiser.
so fake. I got my Air Jesus sandals on.
Yeah, I figure. See, that's what it is, because he know you like to chill with the Jerusalem cruisers on air HC4s.
nah.
He ain't trying to listen to you, man. But you see, but I'm gonna just tell you this, Bob. I'm just keeping it a buck. You
Mm-hmm.
know, listen. Hey, when Gi opened his mouth, he's like E.F. Hutton, dog. You need to listen.
Word.
I'm just gonna keep it a buck with him and Free
Word.
Keith. When they get to talking, it's the gospel. Like I'm a
Mm-hmm.
case in point. Now, Gi, it's been a while, man. Last time me and you didn't be able to rock together, Moby Dick was still a sardine, right?
Oh God.
With that being said, one thing you and I we fired off on, and people thought both of you and I were, crazier than a shithouse rat when we
Mm-hmm.
said we needed a small forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you
That
said
was
I'm
you,
putting
yeah.
my Cadillac up against that. You said, yeah, I'm putting
Boom.
my Cadillac. I'm riding with that.
I'm riding with that. I
Mm-hmm.
put the
That's what
gas in
you.
the
Yup. You were
Cadillac
the
on
one that
low.
talked about OG for like 6 years. Yep.
No, I didn't talk about OG.
Not
That
OG.
was
My fault.
all.
Small fault. My fault.
Oh
Small
no.
fault.
See, hold on.
Yo,
We was gonna
Cowboy
put it
Bob,
like,
silencio, por favor.
see, the person that was the main person, I hadn't seen him in a
Why you
minute,
keep
was the
telling them to
Almighty
shut up,
Finesse.
bro?
Oh,
Well,
hold on a second. I didn't say shut up. I said cállate. But I told him silencio.
mm,
Hey
what I was,
man,
hey,
my fault. My fault, Sylvania. Go ahead.
yeah. No, I was saying was, see, that was Almighty Finesse. He was the main one I know lead the charge for OG,
That's a fact.
right? You got to give Almighty Finesse his dues on that, because he
Salute.
was the one that wanted him.
Salute.
OG, I mean,
Him and Kerry Cox, too.
yeah, Kerry Cox, yeah.
Kerry Cox,
Now,
that's a fact.
now,
Word.
GI and I was saying we needed a 6'7", 6'8" athletic wing player, small forward. We have been saying that for at least the last 3 seasons. GI and I told you we were rolling down. Hey, we were rolling down the freeway in the caddy. I'm gassing it up, and we rolling the biggie the whole time. Talking about this, we finally got it. When, like I said, and if you haven't been listening to, because like I said, Gi and Free Keith be speaking. They talk stuff. They be talking into the future. I think they got that. They got crystal balls they be looking at because they talk stuff up. If you listen to it, if you like I said, if cats just if you do, if you ain't bumping your gums and stuff, open the ears, they're gonna put you on to something. Trust me,
Bob.
trust me on that. Because if I tell you, if GR telling you that flea can pull a cart, you better hook that flea up to the cart and get the hell out the way. See what I'm saying? Listen to what he's saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna get on out the way on that.
He laid his claim.
Yo, salute Cowboy Bob, salute GI, salute Bully, salute Ribby, salute Core, salute Soulfinger, salute Freezy.
What's up, DRE?
Salute to the chat. Right. I was hearing a whole lot of a lot. That's what I was hearing.
A lot of pauses too.
Hey, look.
And Virginia hams.
It was pausing. It was like Bully. It was pausing like a CD player from 2001.
Yes, sir.
And you in the back of a bus.
Yes, sir.
That was pausing like that kid trying to learn how to drive for the first time, hitting that brake every time. Gas, brake, gas, brake, gas, brake.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, but it's all good, Cowboy Bob. Just bring out more cowbell, bro. You be good.
Right, man. He's straight. He's good.
I rock with Cowboy Bob because sometimes some people filter out what they think. He says what he's feeling at that current moment. If it's right or wrong, that's how he feels.
And I respect that.
And you're going to have to live with it.
And I respect it.
I can't help it.
There's some people that try to like edit out every little thing that they're thinking, and you don't hear a peep out of them for hours at a time because they don't necessarily go off of a gut or how they feel. They're going off what other people think. So I appreciate Cowboy Bob for being who he is. And how
for
he
sure.
is.
That's what damn show.
Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate Bob.
And that's why I'm fighting to have him over here to come rock on Sundays with me and Bully. You know what I'm saying? Because I am not trying to put out nobody's fire. Right. All I'm trying to do is let it burn in as bright as possible.
Oh, you getting your usher on? Let it burn, huh? Let it burn.
That shit is literally burning. Y'all better stop. He's literally burning. Get the Rice Krispie treat on off of him, homeboy. Better leave the boy alone. Now let me stop.
Hey, yo, Bully, stop. We ain't give nobody a shot of penicillin.
All right, chill. 2 silver bullets. He be all right. Anyway, go ahead, man.
We ain't gotta compare Core to Usher, man. He was a R&B icon back in his heyday already.
That's right. Not crackle and pop it.
Dre, I just want to tell you, as soon as I came in the room, Cowboy Bob told me, "Oh, there go GI. I got a lot of smoke for him." So I've been on the defensive all night. You see me? I just been talking.
Like how you doing?
I got love for you, bro.
Oh, see, that's what happens when you mess around with GI.
I give you the first one, but I'm gonna let you know I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
Hey, fellas, let me just say, fellas, real quick. Bob, let me give you a little bit of advice right now. Because all right, I'm serious. So you wasn't around when they used to do that debate league, had all that like that, right? So you talking about you was around when they were doing but you weren't. You may have listened.
You wasn't on the
panel. You wasn't on the panel.
I wasn't on the panel in teenage. I was.
Yeah. Okay. So my thing is, man, you can't go from selling peanuts and popcorn one day to trying to challenge the champ the next. There's levels to this. You need to work your way up. You got to work your way up.
So you mean to tell me if Michael Jordan at his peak is on the court and I'm trying to make it in the NBA, I don't call him out to try to see at least how good my game is?
No.
Yeah, I would.
Look.
Hold on. This is where y'all guys different. My intentions wasn't to call out GI, but that's what happened. I lost this battle. I will listen to this tape, come back.
Yeah, man.
That's all I mean. I'm not
I'm
saying
glad he muted himself.
I'm battling him.
You actually intentionally called me out. It was
I'm not
intentional.
calling you out
Yeah, you
anymore. But what
intentionally
I'm
been called
saying is
out.
that the
Yeah,
next time we on
you
a
intentionally
platform,
called out the
I'm gonna be
GOAT.
better prepared and I'm gonna make sure I step correctly. That's what
But
this is about. You
but
said
Bob,
I
what
made
I'm
a
trying to
mistake. You
But
pointed
why
me
the
out.
competition?
but yeah,
Why the
why where you
competition
coming from?
become?
Why?
Because the
Like why?
competition is to make us better, at least me better, because I'm new to this team. So you passing on knowledge by showing
Just
me how
ease your
wrong
way
I
in,
am will
bro.
make me better.
Yeah, he's trying to be graceful. He's trying to be
Okay.
gracious. But I think the
I'm
reason
like I
why
said,
I think the reason
I
why he's
just
calling
feel
y'all
that
out is
me and you
because
understanding
buzzer
one
beater was
another, you
fire.
taught me something tonight. And I'm saying
Yeah,
thank you.
Cowboy Bob
Next
talking
time
in
I come
circles.
back
But
on, I
yeah,
hope to
the
teach you
reason why he's
something.
calling y'all out is because buzzer beater was fire. Right. And if you notice, the people that's on the
I
panel
don't
got like their
understand
own
like the
joints.
dead silence, but sorry
So
if I offended
that's what
anybody.
that's my takeaway from it.
Oh, you trying to call me out,
No,
Freezy?
yeah,
No, no, no,
Freezy, yeah,
no,
hold on,
no, no.
yeah, I
I
caught that,
think,
Ribby, Ribby, I caught it. Hold on, chill, hold on, bro, little bro. See, I ain't gonna call you nothing. I'm gonna call you little bro. And when I Freezy, I'm sitting in here listening to the whole joint, and he was like, "Yo, where your man Boulevard 73 at? What he think about that?" So of course I'm gonna jump on. You call my name, it's like the bat signal. I'm
Of
coming.
course,
What are you
because we
saying?
brothers in this. We brothers.
Yeah, we brothers, but you stirring up the pot, bro.
Bully.
And
I
don't
like it.
brothers fight?
Hold
Don't
on.
brothers fight?
Hey,
Hold
Don't
on,
hey,
brothers
hold
go
on,
hey,
head to
I
hold
head
like
and
it.
punch
on.
No,
each
I
other in the
love it.
face?
but I
I like
never
it.
said one word out the
Wait,
way of bully.
Yeah,
you
no,
frozen. We can't hear you,
Am,
Unc.
It's all love.
am
It's
I
love. It's
am I
love.
not my brother's keeper?
Keeper, yes, I am.
Bro,
You damn right. Yes, I am.
this felt like when cannabis came at LL and
Hello,
talking about
yeah,
I'm gonna snatch the microfucking arm out of
yeah.
nowhere.
That's a good one, Dre. That's a
That's a
good
good.
one, Dre.
Yeah, that was a real
That's a
good
good
one,
one,
Dre.
Dre.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah,
hey,
man.
I'm a little salty. I ain't thinking that one.
yeah, I like this.
Dre got that one. That was a good one, Dre.
I'm
Hmm.
trying to figure out why we always give props to the old school and don't give props to the new school though.
So they trash.
Why
That's
the,
why.
come on, bro. Why the props always go to the dude? Why
Yeah,
all the
I
old
think.
dudes always get
I'm not
props
saying.
and the
Look,
new dudes
Tim
come
Ribby, I
around and
heard
then
you.
they
I
gotta
heard
bow down, they gotta kiss the ring, bro.
Tim
Nobody
Ribby.
got
I
to
know
kiss
you're
the
a dope
ring. I'm
dude.
just
I
saying
know
this.
you're a dope dude.
I'm just saying it's levels. It's levels to this, man. You know,
Hmm.
you just can't come in. Like I say, you can't go from selling peanuts and popcorn one day to challenge the champ the next. You know what I'm saying?
So
This
so
ain't Mike Tyson punch out.
you mean to tell me if we're all in the basketball court and the ball rolls out, I can't challenge Ghetto Intellect knowing that he's gonna make my game better?
Oh, you can challenge them all you want on the
You might
court,
get
but I'm
dunked on
talking
a couple
about
of times. Then what you
yeah.
gonna do?
So
I'm
You
you're
could
saying
you
telling me
could
to
you
run.
could
You're telling
challenge.
me to run from a challenge. Then that's
No, no,
basically
no.
what you're telling me.
no. What I'm
You could
saying is,
challenge him, right? But it might hurt us if it's a 5-on-5 game.
yeah,
Right, we might
Yeah,
lose the
and
game
for me,
because
But
you
and
see,
for
that's
acting
what
me,
we here
and
for,
for
though.
me,
because you ain't put
but
your
and for
sneakers
me,
on.
I
You
would
my
want to run
thing
up
prefer.
and down the
is,
court with cowboy boots on. Man, come on, man.
hey man, look,
And,
So
and what
so
I would
Dre, I
prefer.
mean,
Here's what I would.
and he out there with the square toe cowboy boots at that. You know, he can't be doing that, bro.
you say
Hey
he got on
man,
cowboy
them
Here's
boots
what
square
I
now?
would
toes is the
prefer.
You
best.
say that man got on boots, he ain't got no socks on.
He ain't got no Air Ones. He got no forces on. He ain't got no Jordans. He
Here,
out here with Spurs and cowboy boots, man. You can't even get off the ground,
here's what.
son.
Here's what
No,
I
what I'm
prefer.
saying is
I,
it's just, when you saying, you got the smoke for GI, it's kind of like I'm coming in,
That
like
man
I'm
a
coming
vet.
on the ass end of the conversation, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying bow down to anybody because, I
Facts.
mean, hell, I give, like I said, you got to give cats their props when they do. Bob, you get on there sometimes, you be rocking and you open my eyes to some things. I think, and look at it like that, you know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So
Hmm.
give you props. So everybody, because like I said, I'm not perfect. I don't walk on water and can't get wet. Hell, I sink. Hell, it is what it is.
Soul
You
finger, what's
know,
that saying? What's that saying? Soul finger, to get ass, you gotta what?
you gotta get it. If you get ass, you gotta bring ass. You know what I'm
There you
saying?
go, homeboy.
You know,
There it
but
uh,
is.
this what I prefer. This what I prefer. I prefer the network approach. I prefer Cowboy Bob to say, you know what? I want to see what it's like to sit on a panel with Ghetto Intellect. I want to see what it's like to throw thoughts around and see how they go. And then I might even want to push the button and get a little condescending and see a little interaction. Like me and Keith go at it all the time. We
all
go
the
at it
time,
all. Just
All
so
the time.
lately,
all the
just
time.
lately we've been on the same page. Me and Keith, there's been times where Keith wouldn't let me talk. I was about to say, I'm just going to lead the show. We had Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless moments, bro.
Put your glasses on.
Like,
Put your glasses
like I
on,
get
boy.
it, but I would prefer you to go rather than me just click the link, getting my little smoke on legal in Jersey. doing my thing, and I just hit the link, and you like, oh, gee, I got straight smoke for you, and everybody else. I'm like, whoa, what the
Yeah.
He
hell
said
walk
he said
into?
he
I
got
didn't know.
smoke for you, and
Yep,
you sitting
I
in your
did.
room with
And he
smoke in the
clicked the
room.
link. And see, look, see, I also learned something tonight. Sometimes when you knock on the door, the person you expect ain't gonna answer.
Hey,
Just
Oh,
say,
Cowboy Bob. Hey,
Well,
I'm gonna just say this real quick,
Go
Cowboy Bob. Just real quick. No disrespect, man, but if you keep coming in for these soft ass landings, we might have to think about doing something different.
yeah, but Bob, I'm
Right?
gonna tell you,
Yeah,
hey,
stand your
I
ground,
just,
bro. We in a
I,
panel, bro. Stand your ground, man.
right.
You know,
yeah,
I've been
but
telling people since day one,
mhm.
you can be here. We'll have a good time, bro. I'll invite you back. You can talk as much
ah,
as you want. But when I get the feeling that something ain't real, bro, you got to go. It's just what it is. No disrespect.
Yeah, but
yeah.
just
Cowboy
just
Bob, did you
realize
not
this
hear me
though.
last week? Did you not hear me a couple of weeks ago come in hot and Freezy scorched the nigga ass? I'm pause. And forget my language.
Pause,
When I came in hot on
pause.
Big
Bro,
Tone
this ain't
and
this
whatnot.
ain't HBO, bro.
Mhm.
You
Okay,
know,
yeah,
this
right.
ain't Shawshank Redemption, bro.
And
Hey,
whatnot.
ABC is
now,
not
now,
here.
hey, Bully, you
I
say you
still got,
came
I
in
still
hot.
had to
You
learn.
came in. Hey, you was Mount Vesuvius on that one, bro. You
That's
came
a
in,
Sorry,
look
fact.
man.
like Pompeii. You came
Hey,
in, blew up
Cowboy
the spot.
Bob, Cowboy Bob, you think
What's
I
up?
got here because of my own special talents? You don't understand. In 2020, during the pandemic, Freezy's like, you know what? We need to have an executive producer
Right.
show, and he's like,
Mm-hmm.
Ghetto, I don't know what you're gonna do, but you need to bring it. I said, excuse me. He says, yeah, you could just be one of the smartest guys on the network if you're comfortable being that, or you could get in there and bring it and push, keep up against the wall, and make people question whether this is his show or not. I said, excuse me, and King was like, yeah, I got no problem. So you don't understand. I got to where I got. Freezy's been giving me real time to where it's cats that Freezy gave the same opinions to, the same critics to, the same suggestions to get better. And guess where they at? They left the network. They couldn't handle it. They on other
Nah,
shows now. They
we
don't
straight
come here no
shooters,
more.
bro. We straight shooters. If you like, if for one, if you sensitive, if you mad soft, if you touchy, then this ain't the place for you. Go sit in somebody's chat.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, the
You
thing
know
is,
what
bro, you can't go in there with that with my man would say chicken skin or better. I like to say, excuse my French. Well, no, I ain't gonna say that word. I just use a sensitive word. You can't come in there softer than baby doo doo.
Nah, I'm not. Look, y'all said I did a soft landing. Cool. That's not what I was doing. All I was
Oh
trying to
no,
say
they
is
said
thank
that.
you guys. Nah,
Yeah,
I was just
no,
saying
Yeah,
to.
no.
no,
Soft
no.
landers ain't
Go
never
ahead.
cool. Soft
Nah,
landers ain't
I
never
saw in the chat that it said soft landing. I can't hear Unk for some reason.
Leave and come back. Leave and come back. Cowboy Bob,
Yeah,
refresh.
we'll let Cowboy Bob leave and come back, and then
Look, man,
that way,
Cowboy Bob. Look, what he about to do is he about to open up a bottle of moonshine. He about to come in
yeah,
and break
he
shot.
trying to, Sophie. I got the sensation that what I'm saying, this was about to turn into like an episode of Friends, and this ain't the place for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like everybody got their own opinion. Like, just state your opinion, bro. You ain't offending me. As long as
Yeah,
you're not
Mm-hmm.
Freezy, this
overtly
definite.
disrespectful, you know what I'm
This
saying? Like, as long as you're not overtly disrespectful, like saying
Yeah.
you my nephew, but you're not my favorite nephew.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
No, I
You
can't.
need to stop that.
Oh my
Freezy.
Freeze, you need to
And
stop
I'm
that,
sorry.
man.
Listen,
Stop that.
I wasn't.
You think
Yo,
you
my
slick,
intention
man?
was
Like,
this.
yo.
No
That man
soft
Why
said
you
landing.
why
you
why
my
why, why you trying to bring
favorite nephew.
why you trying to bring discord in my family?
Hmm?
Yo. Yo.
Yeah, Freezy. This could never be an episode of Friends because number one, there ain't like
Exactly. Yo.
there ain't 10 white people and no black people in Manhattan if this show was in
Word.
Manhattan.
Word.
True that. True
Like,
that.
yo.
But I wanted, so Dre, I gave the prediction, man. February, when February, this time every year, we
Yeah.
have the annual prediction show. Remember last year I pulled out the pad and
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
was trying to predict the piece that the Knicks were gonna get. And I picked a small forward, right? I was like, yo, it's gotta be a small forward. And I think the three names that that I came up with was like Brandon Ingram, Jimmy Butler, and somebody else. I don't
Paul
know if it was
George.
OG.
I think
Was it?
was it Paul George?
I think it was Paul George because you had White Falcon going off. He was like main one pushing.
No, it wasn't. No, I don't think it was Paul. I wanted Paul George. I don't think it was Paul George though.
I think it was PG-13. Well, because I know White Falcon. Well, I mean, shit, he was bombing everybody with that one.
Yeah, Freezy was pulling out that notepad like Dion Cole every time. Every time he needed to, when he got new information, he was pulling out the notepad, trying to
Man,
figure out the equation of
Figure it
what
out, bro.
player it
yeah.
was, or
Freezer
who it
had that
was. Was it
notepad out.
was it
He had
DeMar DeRozan? Was it
Nah,
DeMar?
that was later in the season. I
Nah,
thought it was
no.
PG-13
It was
it
when he
Paul
wasn't.
said
George.
that
No,
we
it
should
wasn't.
get a
It
veteran
wasn't.
like
Looking at
him.
the book right now. It's Paul George, man. I got it.
No, it was. Yeah, no, it wasn't Paul George.
He had the notepad out like a hall
I got
like a
it. No,
hall
I'm
monitor.
looking right at it. It's Paul George. I remember
Yeah,
Paul George.
yeah.
Mhm.
You looking at my notepad?
I'm looking at what you said because we was all in the same. We was all in the same conversation.
No,
Old boy.
we would not. It was one night. It was me, Dre, Adam, and one other person, and we was trying to go through it in the late night. You know what I'm
That ain't the
saying?
same
You
night. That's
sure,
not the
bro?
same
This is
night
like
that Adam said
February.
he
This
was.
is like February 7th.
Yeah, no, I wanted to get Paul George,
Okay,
right?
my bad, then.
But Paul George wasn't never ever
He
the
wasn't available at that time.
yeah. Yeah, it
Okay,
had to be. He didn't fit the criteria.
okay. I see Paul
But,
George
but,
though.
but
I'm
basically,
looking.
what I was saying is the Knicks are gonna get a small forward, and he's gonna be a difference maker. And I think the two I limited it to was Brandon Ingram and Jimmy Butler. But
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
the following February, we find out it's OG and Anobi. So I feel like I was right and wrong at the same time.
You
Oh,
were
you
right
got
in
you
terms of the position,
Yeah,
position, yeah.
yeah.
which
But the person,
and it was sort of like the most seamless fit in terms of skill set.
hmm but the
Yep.
person that hit it right was Almighty Finesse.
Almighty finesse.
He was
Yeah.
screaming about him. He was the first one I remember seeing
And
in the
Kerry.
chat talking about
And Kerry.
And Kerry Cox. They were the
And
ones
Kerry.
talking about it. I
Mm-hmm.
just didn't agree. I wasn't about to give up, give up all what they wanted to get. Even though we got them for it, we got them for a steal. So it
Yeah.
worked out. It came together like
And
butt
White and
cheeks in
White
the end.
Falcon, White Falcon was the one that really wanted Paul George at first.
Oh yeah,
Right back in
he still
44.
was he
Yeah.
still was screaming for
Oh
Paul
my
George.
God, White Falcons be talking about Paul George since 2019,
Yeah.
since before he went to the Clippers. But here's my thing though too. I'm not sure I'm right on Isaiah Hartenstein. I'm not comfortable about that. I'm not sure. There's a guy who came on here. I wish he would come back. He came on here
EG,
and said,
EG
"I
14,000.
is the
EG
MVP of
14,000.
the league."
Yeah. EG 14,000.
He was wilding. He's still wilding.
He was wilding,
Mm.
but guess what? iHeart then playing with the right guys around him. iHeart was almost a walking trip and double. We wasn't losing no games. He was in there, and at his peak, we could beat anybody. Now Porzingis exposed him that his feet wasn't quick enough to go out
Mm-hmm.
and real stretch fours and fives. That if he had to stick them, they give him problems. But anybody else, iHeart was beasting, and he's a great
Mm-hmm.
passer. He's a smart player. He moves out the ball. iHeart really has a lot of skill sets that my man was talking about. And given the opportunity, he exploited. He really did, and we didn't lose.
No, and the thing is, I watched iHeart when he played with the Clippers. It was just that when you got to talking about get a man, put lofty goals things on saying he's going to be the next Joker. Like, hey man, hey, pump the brakes now, pump the brakes. You
Mm-hmm.
know, we gotta. There's level to this, man. You know what I'm saying?
So y'all
You
feel
know.
so do y'all feel like he was right about Isaiah Hartenstein?
No, he was right because I was telling you. I told you Isaiah Hartenstein was a good pickup. I liked him. I always liked him. But I'm not going to go out there and say he's going to be the next Joker right off the rip. Let this
No.
man.
I mean, do you think Isaiah Hartenstein would have been this player whether Tibbs was here or not?
Mm.
I think he would have been this player regardless.
Yeah,
When you look
with
when
the
you when
right
you look at
players around him.
With the right player, and stuff,
when you
he
look
would have
at
been.
how he plays, you don't teach that motor. You
Mm-hmm.
don't teach that effort. Like he always had that motor or the effort. He maybe didn't necessarily have the skill set that caught up to his motor, but the way he's playing right now, he's one of the most impactful centers in the league right now.
And
Mm-hmm.
one thing
Mm-hmm.
that he doesn't get a lot of props on is his passing.
His
Man,
passing is dope.
No, that's where
man,
he's
he
the
makes it.
baddest.
You know,
So you
His
could
But
passing
pull.
is
you
dope.
So
also
if he
but
had,
you also see at the same time he's learning what doesn't work and what does work. Like you see him get
yep.
turnovers with the passing, but he's slowly like figuring out the speed of what passes I can fit into what windows against what type of
Hmm.
coverage.
And who the
And,
player is too.
and yeah, like and for him right now, him if we have him going into the future playing however many minutes, he's only going to get better in terms of his feel
So,
offensively.
so I don't know that Mitch is the right answer. You might, but you guys know if you put Mitch on the bench, he's going to cry. He did take a sweetheart deal for us. Mitch only makes $56 million. So even with him not playing, he's really cheap. Um, we couldn't get close to quickly for $56 million. And Mitch impacts the game way more than quickly, even off the bench with those points. So we get a real deal in Mitch. I guess we have to trade him because he won't be able to. I don't think he's going to hold off Ihart from starting. Definitely not finishing the games. So
Yeah.
then Mitch will be unhappy. So you got to trade him just because he's going to be unhappy. But man, you're not going to be able to get back that $56 million second round contract that he has, second round re-up that he has. That's the only scary part about it.
Family, I'm gonna step off real quick. I'll be right back.
I am boss.
I'll be right
Yeah. So just real quick, man, I want to say this, and I don't want Knicks fans to take this the wrong way, but I think we are overrating Isaiah Hartenstein, right? And but I have proof, right? And so my proof is that when Hartenstein is out, when Hartenstein is limited or out, Precious Achua steps into his role and does the same thing. And I have proof. In the month of February, in 7 games in February, Precious Achua has 14 rebound games. In February, Precious Achua has 16 rebound games. Precious Achua in February in 7 games has 17 rebound game. Right.
But there's more to it than. Well,
I,
I'll let you finish, please.
I know. I understand where you're gonna go because the point is like, hey, is Hartenstein's game just about rebounding? No. Right. But here is where Precious Achua does things slightly better than some of the things Hartenstein does, and he's deficient at some of the things that Hartenstein does well. Right. For instance, if I asked you about perimeter defense, who is a better defender between Hartenstein and Achua? Of course, we would say Precious Achua is the better perimeter defender. If I asked you who's the better rim protector, of course, we would say Isaiah Hartenstein is the better rim protector, right? If we talked about, who's the better passer, right? No question, the better passer. And I hate to say it, but I think y'all know it's true. It's Precious Achua. Even though Hartenstein does the connector passes and they look better because of the rarity, just like our affinity with things like diamonds and precious metals like gold. We don't see them often enough in our daily life, so when we see it, we have an affinity with it. But if you go by numbers, Precious Achua is the more effective passer, even if it just looks basic. And so when I say these things, I'm not diminishing Hartenstein because I think Isaiah Hartenstein is a starting center in the NBA. But what I'm saying is let's reel some of it back just a little bit before we turn Isaiah Hartenstein into a $22 million a year center. Let's look at the fact that
Thank you, Freezy.
others that have done the same thing get similar results. Similar. I'm not saying
Can I
the same.
can I push back? Can I push
I
back?
want to respond too. You go first, though,
Yeah,
Joy.
it's some of it is yes. Precious Achua has the ability to do a lot of these things, but if we're talking about scheme fit and what's more needed on a game to game basis, especially when we don't have OG out there, iHeart's iHeart fits scheme better. Like there's a reason why we lost all those games without iHeart because number one, underneath the Tibbs defense, you need a rim protector.
Yep.
When you have Taj Gibson and
I hate
Jericho
when I let
Sims and
Dre
Precious
speak
Achua,
for me.
yeah, when you have those guys out there without a rim protector, this schematically our defense falls apart. And you know we don't play zone defense as well. So when we go to this form of defense, it's not consistent enough. And while Precious Achua is very good in isolation defense, he is not nearly the team defender that Isaiah Hartenstein is, or the communicator that he is on that end. And for all the things that we're missing in terms of guys like OG picking up the slack, like if I'll put it this way,
I hate
Freezy,
Dre, yeah.
if
Oh, come on,
OG
shit with Dre.
Now, you ain't got to convince me of what you ain't got to sit.
if OG was here,
Convince you.
Precious OG was here,
You should
Precious
be
would look
sitting in
better.
church busy right now.
If OG was here, Precious would be looking better. But because OG is not here, you need Hartenstein's connective abilities on both ends in terms of yes, Precious Achua can do these things. He is talented enough to do these things, but he is not nearly as consistent as you would like him to be. We'd like him to be. That's part of
But
the
Dre,
reason why.
that was never the point I made.
But I'm
The point,
talking about schematic fit, and I'm saying Isaiah Hartenstein is more important to this team right now when he's on the court than Precious Achua. That doesn't mean Precious Achua has no impact and he has no value.
and that's not the point I made either. The point I'm making is in terms of think of it as in a sense value of a replacement player, right? Like if we grabbed just say an average NBA center off the street and plugged them into Isaiah Hartenstein's role, would you get similar production? And that's what I'm saying. Like Hartenstein is better than an average center, right? But Hartenstein is not an elite center. So there are bad, average, elite. All I'm going is green, yellow, red. I don't care nothing about all the
Can
things.
I
I got what you're
respond?
saying.
Yeah.
I got what
Can
you're
I
saying. No,
respond?
one last thing, G. I'm gonna say this. He's an above average center, but for his skill set and what he can do schematically for Tibbs schematically can make him perform at near elite levels on the defensive end. And that is partially what Tibbs is great at. Tibbs is the big man whisperer. That's what he does. He can get guys like Nerlens Noel come in and look like defensive player of the year at times in spurts defending the
Yeah.
rim. He can
Yeah.
get Precious Achua in line.
So Dre, what I'm saying is if you take out Hartenstein and plug in Nick Claxton, would you get similar results?
Nick Claxton is a much better rim protector, but he's not the rebounder that Isaiah Hartenstein is.
No, yeah, he's not not in Brooklyn, but again, like you mentioned, Tom Thibodeau and Tom Thibodeau's team.
Here's what's factual.
Go ahead.
Here's what's factual. Here's what's factual about Isaiah Hartenstein's 15-game run, where he averaged well over 30 minutes a game. Actually, on the tail end, he got hurt, but it's still a crazy 15-game run. With 13-2 over those 15-game run, where he went bananas in his stats. I think what the kid should have said, he should have said, you know what? When, for the month of January, what the kid should have said is, iHeart's MVP to winning game. That's what he should have said. He did come back and say, if iHeart is allowed to play like he should play, the Knicks will win a championship. And I think that's what he's trying to say. And I'm going to keep tracking this. There's no way Precious Achua, with the numbers, when Precious got those numbers, we lost every game. There's not a one game where Precious stuffed the stats and we won. And that's the difference between the two players.
Well, I'll say this, G. What EG 14,000 did say is he's going to be the MVP of the league, and that's where
Yeah.
had.
That's what I was saying. He was calling him he said he's gonna be bigger than Joker. And I was like, whoa, big fella. Whoa.
Like there's a difference in between saying he can be our Draymond and then saying he's gonna be Joker with defense. That's that's the difference. Like,
Yeah, and also too, I think the data actually matters, and I know, and what I'm talking about is countable, not formulas, not formulas, but counting stats. I think counting stats matter, and when you look at the counting stat says Isaiah Hartenstein is a very good starting center, but there are others that have filled in his role and they've done similar production. We can't. I looked at it before I made this take. I was wanting to make sure that
They
we
get
would
the wins
fair
though.
to everybody that plays for the Knicks. We want to make sure that we're just not out here being haters, right? But the numbers say that when Precious Achua got those Hartenstein minutes, he put up Hartenstein production. I mean,
In
I mean, we
losses, in
but
yeah,
all losses, crazy. How could you ignore that? That's a stat too. Wins and losses is a
per- but
stat.
but but this is like production to impact are two different things. Because you could talk like a guy like Jimmy Butler can get you 20, 22 points and it would hit like a truck compared to someone that's getting 30. So production to impact, you can't like counting stats do matter to a certain extent.
yes, they absolutely matter. That's why we count them.
Yeah, but there's also context and nuance to things that also matters.
But the context is, Dre, when you take Precious Achua out of one position and put him in another position, the position that was vacated is filled by a lesser player,
Hmm.
right? So when you move Precious Achua from the four where he can guard big small fives, fours, and big threes, right, and move him to center and have Josh Hart do it, now you get a different result. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the same thing with Hartenstein on the floor, but Precious Achua is on the floor,
Mm.
right? Or Hartenstein is on the floor and OG Ananobi is on the floor, right? I'm not saying that he wouldn't be a great rim protector without the guys, right? He would, right? But his life is a lot easier with those guys on the floor. And in the scenario that y'all mentioned with Hartenstein, OG Ananobi, Randall, and Mitch out, and Precious has to play the five.
Mm-hmm.
Think about the other dudes that are on the floor with Precious.
Bunch of smaller
Hart,
guards or
Hart
wings.
and McBride.
They're making Josh Hart play the four.
If Precious
Yeah.
has to play the 15 more games, we're in big trouble. We'll
I'll I'll
probably
I'll,
lose
I'll,
60
I'll
or
phrase it.
65% of those games.
I'll phrase it like this, Freezy. If you ask Tom Thibodeau if he could only have Precious or iHeart for the next 20 games, he's gonna pick iHeart
Of
like
course.
9 times out of 10. And I feel like most coaches would too at this current
And
juncture.
he's going to
Well,
hold it
no,
for a
no, 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 no,
position in the
no. Not
playoff.
most. Not most coaches. I would say, coach. Like if a coach has a defense based on switching and swarming, like hypothetically speaking, the Miami Heat or something, they probably lean Precious. But when you have a guy schematically, a coach like Tibbs that values having a guy that plays drop center, like I'll put it this way: the game we lost against the Rockets, right? Precious Achua was struggling to protect the rim because Tibbs kept using him in the drop, like he's a
But
rim protector, and it just didn't work. And then as soon as we
but
switched off of that drop coverage, we started switching and relying on help the helper. It worked. That
but
worked.
Dre, to my understanding is you're making his point. The fact that Precious is going from the four to the five and he's actually stepping up and still being effective at a different position, who's playing behind him?
Right. And
We
and
could
the
have
So
said we could have said the same thing when Precious Achua wasn't here, and it was just Isaiah Hartenstein and who Jericho Sims behind him at the five,
but
but
what go
but
ahead.
Dre,
and Randall was already out at that time.
that game that you mentioned about about Precious Achua and the Houston Rockets. I'm looking at his numbers, bro.
He did good.
That man had 17
Triple double.
rebounds, 3 blocks, and 8 points.
And got his
Okay,
He
tail
had a
handed to him.
double the other night.
He wasn't.
but
He had
Freezy,
nothing to
Freezy,
do with
but
the outcome
Freezy,
of the game.
but Freezy.
And I understand
There,
all
there,
block shots don't come at the rim. I understand all block
no,
shots
no,
don't
no.
come at
It's
the
not
rim.
even about. It's not even about the totality of block shots. That would be like saying Mitch doesn't deter guys better, and he ends up with the game with one block. There's been a million games where Mitch has one block and he's been a menace protecting the rim because guys don't even attempt to go after him in that respect.
Facts.
Whereas
Facts.
guys see Precious Achua in the lane, they'll go right at him, and Precious might get a block because he is good defensively,
So
right?
what?
But
They
he's
was
not a
trying to dunk
deterrent.
on Precious.
He's not a deterrent. He's not stopping guys from going into the lane at
But
all.
he's
Like
been doing it.
Again,
was saying,
I think y'all miss him. I think y'all miss him up. The thing I'm saying is not a Precious versus Hartenstein thing. It's a who plays the center in a Tom Thibodeau defense.
Who
And
plays it better? And
I compared Precious because while Hartenstein was out, they tried Sims there in minutes, and Sims wasn't effective, and Precious Achua was the next best option.
yeah,
And you
and
got similar production. 8 points, 17 rebounds, and 3 blocks. Is that not what
And all
Hartenstein offers?
L's. And all L's. Hartenstein got all W's.
but
The
if
same
we're talking about
stats.
like
How are you ignoring that?
if we're talking about like the replacement players, then yeah, there are lesser players playing next to Precious Achua. But if you were to ask me or anybody that sees the game, like in terms of the Tom Thibodeau defense and what we do run, Isaiah Hartenstein does that more effectively. Now, if we were running a different kind of defense, or we were running more of a swarming, switching type of defense, then Precious Achua is way more capable of doing that better than Isaiah Hartenstein. But when we're talking about like how Tibbs runs or steers his ship or runs his ship, what Isaiah Hartenstein does is more valued or more helpful in that system than what Precious Achua does. Not to diminish Precious Achua, because Precious Achua is putting up numbers and doing what he needs to do
Right.
while we're shorthanded. Like you
Right.
can't like the counting numbers are there. 17 rebounds are nothing is absolutely nothing to scoff at, right? But the other parts in terms of communication, like communication, a guy running in the drop defense, like I was gonna say this. Isaiah Hartenstein had like a streak of games where he was getting 3 blocks and 3 steals like consecutively together, not just 3 blocks. And some of the steals are him is because of him being in position defensively within the system of Tom Thibodeau defensively. And there's been times where Precious Achua has been lost, and that's not on Precious. He just got here, so he's performing admirably in the role that he's been put into, considering where he's been in the league. So it's not to poo-poo on Precious or say he's not been impactful. I'm just speaking from the perspective of what Tom Thibodeau prefers in a center and what a center can do for him. And number one, he likes his centers to be 7 feet tall because while Precious Achua is very good, Precious Achua himself says he's a power forward, not a center.
He is a power forward. We know that.
Yeah.
We
So
know that. And
so
that,
yeah. Go ahead, Freeze. Go ahead.
so that's what I'm saying. Like if Precious knows he's a power forward and you and I know he's a power forward, then I think the 29 other teams in the NBA know he's a power forward. Thus, they attack the rim more because the absence of a center. I mean,
And he's performing admirably in the time that he's been in there. For sure.
Yeah. The point that I'm making is not that Hartenstein is a bad player. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I think we gotta understand or realize that for those 20 rebound games that Hartenstein got, the one we were so impressed, I was impressed. If you take him out and put in the Chicago Bulls backup center in those same scenarios, I think that backup center gets more rebounds than Hartenstein. And I know it sounds crazy, like, well, how would somebody get more than
Talking about
20 rebounds? Whoever it is. Is it Drummond?
Yeah, it's Drummond. Drummond is.
I thought it was the kid from. Okay, yeah. If it's Drummond,
I mean, Drummond is one of the greatest rebounders ever.
I was thinking about the 6'9", the dark 6'9" guy, the 6'9", 250 guy. You know what I'm talking about? The okay. Well, either one. Him or Drummond. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Or play the backup center for Charlotte, Nick Richards. If you put Nick Richards in the game, does Nick Richards perform admirably in a Tom Thibodeau system? Of course. What if you Daniel Gafford? If you put Daniel Gafford in that spot Hartenstein is in, does Daniel Gafford perform admirably? Of course he does. If you put the rookie center, Derek Lively in that spot, right, with Hartenstein, of course he performs admirably. I'm what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I like Hartenstein. I love everything he does. I enjoy watching Hartenstein every night. I hope Hartenstein is a Knick for the next 10 years, right? But what I'm saying is, in some of the conversations we have, people are pushing him towards all-star status. And I'm like, come on, bro, we got to relax.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
I think
and
I
I'm
think
not
he's
saying
there.
I'm not saying all-star status all at once, but they slowly keep nudging him towards that thing. And I like him, bro, but I just don't.
I think Freezy. I think he's
You
performing
gotta play like an all
that
star.
of if we were to strip away all the context, I think he's performing that of like a top half center in the league. But schematically, Tibbs puts him in positions to thrive, where his impact can be viewed as a top 10, top 5-ish center. Because Tibbs, the combination of Tibbs and what Isaiah Hartenstein can already do is kind of like a match made in heaven at this current juncture, or it was in January. But like
I
if we
disagree
were to,
with you, bro. I just
if
flat out think Tom Thibodeau developed him. Tom Thibodeau made him a better player. And for those that disagree, people are going to say, "No, he didn't make him a better player."
I
Bro,
think he made him a better defender,
the dude
100%.
played for four teams in 4 years before he got here. Right? Y'all wasn't checking for Hartenstein before. Y'all, when he was the backup behind Tyson Chandler and Clint Capella, y'all wasn't checking for him then. You know what I'm saying? When that dude barely took his warm-ups off, when he was out there looking like the Toby and Bobby show, y'all wasn't checking for him then. You know what I'm saying?
Back
But
up to
when he
Zubac.
get here and Tibbs developed him into a certain thing for our system, now we value what Hartenstein is. And what I'm saying is I like this version of Hartenstein under Tibbs than I like the versions of Hartenstein on those 4 other teams where, like, bro, when that man was the backup center in Cleveland, what, nobody checking for that dude, bro? No,
I
nobody
don't
was
even
like,
think he got
yo,
any. I don't even think he got any action when he was in Cleveland.
Yeah, I
The
don't
he
think.
didn't.
Clippers was He didn't get much. He didn't get action,
Yeah,
but
he
I
ain't
know
get
with the
nothing.
Clippers he got some. But like I said, I'm with you on this freeze. I like what he does now. He had to learn the system, and then now you can see more of what he can do under
Yeah.
Tibbs.
I want to give credit to the analytics department because some people may have viewed paying Hartenstein that much money as an overpay at that time for that 8 million, but they brought in someone that was kind of like a sponge that Tibbs could basically use, and Tibbs has figured out a way to make him the most effective version of himself to this point. And I said this earlier. Tibbs is a big man worshiper. I mean, big man worshiper, a big man whisperer,
That
where
too.
he can get the absolute most out of a guy as long as they're in their physical prime.
Right.
He will get what he can get up out of you
Right.
for the most part. Like
Right.
he's made Jericho Sims look serviceable at times. I don't think very many coaches in the league could do that with that
Right.
kid.
Not at center because Jericho Sims is not a center, bro. He's just not a
What
he's
is
just not a
Jericho
center.
Sims?
A power forward. He's Jericho and I had conversations with Dre about this
You
on
put
many a night,
Jericho Sims next to a center
and
that could shoot.
yeah. So I had the conversation with Dre about this many a nights, and he always proved me wrong. But I don't know why emotionally I won't let it go. But I feel like Jericho Sims is a more athletic version of Precious Achua. It's just Precious Achua has more skill and experience and know-how doing it. But if you tell me Precious Achua is more athletic than Jericho Sims,
No.
I'm calling you a
Mm,
liar.
mm. I think yeah, like the situations where you remember against the Rockets or Precious Achiuwa was um
Smith.
knocking down Sengun. Sengun. He was locking
Oh yeah,
down.
yeah, yeah. Him too. Him
He
too.
was locking him down, and it was like it was one of those things where he knew his footwork and not to go for any pivots or fakes or any of those up and unders. Whereas Jericho Sims, He might have the physical capability.
Would have been in the ceiling.
But that's
Yeah.
skill, though, isn't that?
He would have been landed on top of Senga with his sneakers.
He would have jumped up there with a Olajuwon jersey, bro.
With all those fakes and pivots, and Precious Achua just this is the thing. Like Precious Achua, while he may not be as athletic as Sims from an explosive point of
Yeah.
view, his footwork is impeccable defensively.
Mm.
No wasted
Like-
motion.
Nope.
No wasted motion. But that comes from practice and doing it.
Skills.
And you got to remember his two prior coaches, Nick
Yeah.
Nurse and Spoelstra.
Yeah.
Mm.
But that don't mean that nothing. He still has to keep that a part of his game. Just because you get taught something don't mean that you're going to actually keep it.
Well, defensively, for the most part, if you figure it out defensively, it's something that you keep for a long time until your body breaks down. Like look at Taj Gibson, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Like Taj Gibson figured it out early, and he played the same way defensively. It's just his body can't do it anymore.
He can't do it no more, bro. He washed.
But if you remember Taj Gibson 2-3 years ago, he
Yeah.
still had a little bit in the tank, and defensively he knew where to be. He knew his footwork. He knew what spots to be in defensively. He knew how to call out coverages. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Taj
Once
Gibson
you-
lost us game 1 against Atlanta. Remember that?
Yeah, and we
Taj
damn near
Gibson
won that
legit
game.
lost. Yeah, when Tibbs brought in Frank, remember Tibbs brought in Frank to stop
Oh
Trae Young?
God. Oh,
and,
that was it.
and
Man.
Frank Ntilikina was directing Trey away from the paint towards Taj, and Taj pulled up late. And when Frank tried to redirect Taj, Trey went around Frank and hit a little runner.
Right.
And bro, I saw it in person, bro.
Right.
Frank is a
I know your heart was hurting.
No, not that one. I didn't see that one. No, I'm lying. I didn't see that one in person.
That was
I
in
saw
the
game
Garden.
3 and 4 in
The
person.
other-
Yeah, I saw games 3 and 4 in person.
But,
So I didn't see that.
Trae
Yeah,
Young
I'm
was
lying
doing-
about that. My
Trae
bad.
Young was doing the exact same things in those games anyway. So
Yeah.
with no counter.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I was gonna say, like, schematically, Isaiah Hartenstein is just a fit for what Tibbs loves, which is why when he's out there, even on a sore Achilles, Tibbs is gonna play him 35 minutes.
Yeah, man, hopefully he don't do that, or he be sitting up there. You know, we don't want him laid up here like I am with the super boot.
So, Dre, let me
Oh, my
ask you, Dre, let me ask you this question then real quick. Based off of, since we don't have a full year of Mitch this year, based off of last year Mitch and this year iHeart, if Mitch and iHeart both come back, who do you think is starting?
Isaiah Hartenstein is gonna start.
Yeah,
The
without a
entire
doubt.
year.
Without a
Without
doubt.
a doubt.
You
Without a
don't mess
doubt.
up the chemistry you already got. Yeah, Mitch was your starter, but he's been
Yeah.
gone. The team is used to iHeart the way he's rolling. Mitch would
Okay.
be great. You bring Mitch off the bench and he fit right on in seamlessly.
And
You
I
know
don't
what
think
I'm
Mitch
saying?
will have a problem with it. I don't think Mitch will have a problem with it. I mean, don't
Not
mess it
this
up.
year. Not this year, but
Not this season, but next year he would
Right, the
probably
next
have.
season,
But
yeah.
when they go to
Next
training
year.
camp, Mitch gonna try to bust that man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
Hey, but Dre, the name I was trying to remember, and here's the name I'm just trying to remind you of
Bulls?
what Jericho Sims could be, right?
Of
And
the
Jericho
Bulls?
Sims and
Cream
um,
Bigums.
yeah,
Same
the-
jumper.
no, you remember Leon Poe,
Oh,
the big jumbo wing,
Peace.
the dude, he was like 6'8", 6'9", like 240.
yeah,
But
he wasn't vertically explosive, but he was extremely strong.
You talking about the dude from the dude from
The Celtics.
Boston.
Boston, yeah.
Sims
they would
was
put-
more vertically explosive, but Leon Poe, once he put that forearm on, you wasn't going nowhere.
Nowhere, right? And he could, and him and the other small forward, James Posey. Remember when the
James
Celtics would
Posey.
put Leon
Yeah.
Poe and James Posey on the floor at the same time?
Right.
Yeah.
Remember James
It's
Posey.
just like watching OG Anunoby and Precious Achua right now.
Mm.
I think that's what Tibbs is doing. And you remember the defensive coordinator for that team that had
Tom Thibodeau.
Leon Poe and James Posey?
Mm-hmm. Tom Thibodeau.
Tom Thibodeau, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. So well, yeah. Ultimately, what I'm saying is it's not a Bash Hartenstein thing. Yeah, I think it's more like a if you play for the Indiana Pacers, you get a lot of open 3-point looks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then people will say, well, man, that man shoot a lot of threes. It's because of their style of play, right? That you get those looks and all of that. That what I'm saying is the Knicks starting center every night is going to have the potential to grab you 14, 15, 16 rebounds and get you 2, 3, 4 blocks. Because that's what our starting that's what is that's a
Yep.
possibility for anybody that plays center. And not everybody can do it. So kudos to Hartenstein because Hartenstein is one hell of a player, right? But man,
We
to
target players
say
that can do it. That's the thing. We target players that can do it.
yeah,
Treason. So
but
yeah,
but but when you do it though, it's taxing, bro. It gets centers injured.
yeah.
Right. And y'all and
Achilles.
I keep saying it. Nobody believe me. Like they're like, nah, man, Tibbs don't get centers hurt. And then when I name centers names, everybody be like, yeah, but that was this kind of injury. And yeah, that was that kind of injury. Nah, bro, it don't matter.
Injury is
It
an
don't
injury.
matter, bro. When you in a car crash, you break your leg, you break your arm, you still in a car crash. That's what Tibbs is doing to his center, not the car crash, but y'all get what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It,
yeah, Prezi, like remember, he's putting your center in drop, so they're always near the rim. He's putting the center in the dunker spot, so they're always near the rim. Like, and he always tells our centers to crash because he values offensive rebounds
yep.
more than he values almost any other thing. Well, he values offensive rebounds as much as he values not turning the ball over.
Because offensive rebounds lead to open shots. That's the other
Yeah.
thing that we Cowboy Bob, you want to have this discussion?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could. We could have this discussion, but what I was with the offensive rebounds, as you guys know previously, it gives us second chance opportunities. It gives us a second chance opportunity at a three, going back up, or also creating a foul. So off that's what keeps the game as far as us into the game defensively and offensively. That's where we make our money. So we've lost that with Hartenstein being out, and we also lost that with Mitch being out. But pressure stepping up in that position shows that if you put a talented enough center at that position, they can be great. Because
Right.
if you look at what he's been given as far as offensive rebounds, Precious has been giving us like a good 8 out of his 10 rebounds are offensive. If I'm not mistaken.
Right. Okay.
So, yeah, go ahead, Drake.
I was gonna say like you can't. I'm not gonna devalue Precious's rebounds. Like, he's getting 8, 9 offensive rebounds.
No, no, I'm saying from the last 4 games, if you look at the average of how totally, I thought he had 8. I'm not saying he is. I said
No,
I
no,
thought.
no, 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 no. He had like 8 offensive
He
rebounds in
had,
back to
yeah.
back
Oh, he
games.
had? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Like in back to back games, he had a high. But some of that also comes into the point where the reason why we're getting a ton of offensive rebounds is because our offense is
Because
outright
people was missing
garbage.
shots.
Just the shots, yeah.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, because
And
we
that
had less impactful people on the floor.
and we
Yep.
didn't have 2 other shooters that we just added.
And to that point, a guy like a connector like Isaiah Harnstein, whereas Preston Chua might be a more talented passer, you may not need all the talent just to make the simple read, which Isaiah Harnstein can do on a game to game basis, at least more consistently than
But
Preston.
Hartenstein,
Or
but
be a
Hart
willing passer. Hartenstein is such a willing passer, it makes you sick to your stomach. You like, bro, you are
Look at the
7 foot
rim.
or 8 feet away from the
I,
rim. How about look at the rim?
I'm
Like
sorry.
sometimes put your shoulder into somebody and just go up. You 7 foot.
To
And
not
we know you can do it because we see Air Hartenstein about once a week, bro.
what I was gonna say was to knock iHeart was the thing is with him, Precious don't get into foul trouble like he does. So what is it about iHeart that's causing him? Like you said, he has good footwork. He has good. Why is he getting into foul trouble so often as opposed to Precious when he's in that
I
position?
don't think it's so often anymore. At least
No, it's not.
remember
It's not. It's not
The
that
la-
often.
it's not that often
It's not
anymore.
at all.
But
And then a lot of times you got to look at it like this, Bob. When the guards get around, he's got to come. He's got to react from comes from his spot to try to protect that rim. So he's gonna catch a lot of that.
I want to
So
say
some
that. I want to say
And
the game.
Cowboy Bob, and that's basketball 101. Basketball one, you gotta remember this is basketball, bro. Like basketball 101 is center and power forward work in tandem at the rim.
Mm-hmm.
That's basketball 101. Just like on offense, both guards work together to get you into offense. Don't be fooled. Like don't be fooled because you see one guy with a high usage rate and the other guard, it looks like a wing player. Basketball 101 is
Mm-hmm.
the point guard and the off guard play in tandem.
Mm-hmm.
Right? One
Mm-hmm.
guard on the ball, one guard off the ball. That's why they call him an off guard. Now, in recent years, guards have gotten so skilled where the point guard can handle the stuff by himself and people don't pick up 94 feet no more. Right. So now your guard can just become a shooting guard. Right. But in basketball 101, when your center is pulled away from the rim, your power forward steps into his spot to protect the rim. But the center is the primary guy. And so when you bring up the foul trouble thing, what happens is when you put the center on an island by himself, everybody attacks the rim. I don't care if Rudy Gobert is down there. If McDaniels is not on the floor or Nas Reed is not, when Kyle Anderson plays the four for them, it's a full out blitz at the rim. Because listen, if Gobert blocks your shot, that's that one time, but you got to keep going because he's going to have to start conceding shots or get in foul trouble. And that's the thing with Hartenstein. When you have guys, when you have units where Josh Hart is the four,
Oh God.
and Porzingis pulls Hartenstein away from the rim, do you know who your rim protector is? It's Josh Hart.
It's air because Josh
Well,
Hart
that
is
too.
not in that stratosphere to protect you.
Yeah, and you don't have to like know basketball, but if you go back to the Cleveland series when Kevin Love was at the top of the key, pulling Hartenstein out because Love is a threat to shoot the three, they sent Jimmy Butler to the front of the rim.
That's a fact.
And who was guarding him, whether it was RJ or Josh Hart, Jimmy
So
Butler
layup.
at 6'7", 232 was pinning Josh Hart 6'4", 205 under the rim. Right?
That won't happen with OG. By the way.
But what I
That's
asked
OG.
that, but the reason why I asked that was because I've seen a game where Hartenstein got 2 fouls in the first quarter, and so their pressure Shachua. They switched pressures to the foul. He didn't get his next foul till the fourth quarter. Then even after the injuries, from what you just said about how they're attacking the center,
Yeah, so slow down. Slow down. What it is you just use that whole thing for a standard. That situation is not a standard. In that situation where my man picked up those 2 fouls and Sims went out, the Knicks started trapping up top. So the Pacers didn't have enough time to dump the ball down low to attack
and
the
draw
paint.
fouls and draw
that
fouls.
game,
Yeah,
okay.
man.
Then
We can't gloss over. It's more than one thing happening on the
yes,
floor at one time, bro.
And
yes,
to that point, like sometimes there are outlier games. Like every Rudy Gobert gets in foul trouble sometimes.
yes.
Like
Because they
elite
attack.
defenders get in foul trouble every so often.
Mm-hmm.
It's 82 games. It's gonna happen sometimes. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
just like even Patrick Ewing himself will get in foul trouble in first
The
quarter.
great Patrick Ewing.
So it is one of those things where yeah. But I'll say this. Hartenstein historically has had an extremely high foul rate, but that was because mostly he was a bench player and he knew he had a finite amount of minutes
Yep.
to be had.
Yep.
When he knew he had to play 35, sometimes 40 minutes, he let some plays go,
Yeah.
or he wouldn't go for it because he knows how much
Or
how
or
strong he
wouldn't
is.
foul hard and punish people at the rim. He's
Right?
here already.
Yeah. So it is one of those things where yes, historically he's been a high foul rate guy, but if we talk about the stretch in January or even just for this year, his foul rate has gone down compared to the rest of his career because he's kind of been more essential and needed to be on the court because you can't just get cheap fouls for every little thing. Sometimes you got to learn when to pick your battles, and he's
Yeah.
been doing a better job at deciding that or deciphering against that. Like I could give you an example. He played it against Joel Embiid and didn't really foul.
Right.
And you saw he picked his spots in terms of when to apply enough defensive pressure or to challenge. And he was extremely impactful that game, even though Joel he lumbered into like 30 points.
And against Embiid, right? When he was there for
He said
Embiid,
lumbered
right?
into 30.
He did because
No,
remember
just the
that
way
game.
you. No, I'm just saying the way you said he lumbered in.
Yeah,
You
because
know.
like he got that 30. Remember, he had like a streak of 30-point games. They were down
hmm
30 points, and they had him in there trying to stat pad just so he can get his 30
Yeah.
points.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was one of those things where, yeah, I understand where you're coming from, Cowboy Bob, but in terms of like his deep, like what's funny? If Mitch comes back, his foul rate is probably gonna go up because he knows he has someone behind him that can do what he does, or even better. So it's gonna be one of those things where when Mitch comes back and Mitch tries to like get in the game shape, when we go into the playoffs, Hartenstein is gonna foul the hell out of people when we get to the playoffs. I'm just letting you know right now, off the
Right
rip.
now.
Family, I'm gonna
Anybody
step
coming
off,
into the
y'all.
paint, he's wagging them.
Sorry, Joe. I'm gonna
And
step
it's
off, yo.
the,
Peace
it's
to
the
everybody,
playoffs,
yo.
bro. You got to make your
Have a
free
good one.
throws.
Have a good one, Boulevard.
Yeah,
Peace, Boogie.
Freezy, man.
bullet.
Peace, yo. Everybody, y'all, man. Everybody have a good one, man. Good discussion. Cowboy, you gonna be all right, man. You're gonna be all right, all right.
Hey, bullet.
Now,
Hey,
but
bullet.
Salute, Cowboy.
yes, sir.
Bullet.
Yes,
He
sir.
good. He good. He's just gonna add
I'm
more
good.
cowbell. That's all.
No doubt, no doubt. Yo,
Now,
much love
hey,
to all of y'all,
so
man.
Bully, before you go, is it true, like Cowboy Bob said, that
You like
Ben
Virginia
Stein
ham?
liked the Glizzies? Is that what
Say that one more again.
Huh?
Say huh? Say what?
Cowboy Bob? Did you just tell a
Whoa.
fib?
Tell what fib?
What happened?
Whoa. I just heard some with glizzies. What's up with you?
What's
Yo.
yo, hey, yo,
Yo.
Glizzy's,
I don't even know what
hey,
that is.
Bully, we'll holler at you. I'll call you tomorrow and talk about it.
yo, wait, wait. I got 5 more minutes. Hold on.
Nah,
I got 5
Now
more
you
minutes before I
extending the
land my
Then we're
board.
gonna
plane.
be on.
What Glizzy's you talking about? Hey, yo,
Hey, you talking
I
about the
heard
ones
glizzies, man.
you
Yeah.
said the ones
yo,
gonna go with that
what?
Virginia ham.
Yeah,
Boy, please.
Wow. We back on pasta salad?
Back on pasta salad and Glizzy's. Oh no,
Oh,
come
come
on,
on,
And
man.
bro.
Raccaroni.
Oh
And
Macaroni.
Rackaroni, Dre. Look at Dre, remember Rackaroni.
Macaroni. Hey,
Rackaroni.
that's gonna be a meal.
Y'all
Macaroni,
need to stop.
fillets,
Y'all
and
need to
I
yeah.
need.
stop
I'm
rackaroni.
gonna. I'm gonna take the chopped cheese. I'll take the chopped cheese for $100. Yeah.
yeah,
Nah.
nah, man.
With a
Yo,
slice of that Virginia
I
ham.
was saying that, what I'm saying, like dudes be taking that hot dog talk a long way, bro. You know, like,
Pause. A long way for the hot dog.
yes,
Nah,
exactly,
man.
bro. You exactly.
See, nah. I see what you sent me earlier. I know where you going. I ain't messing with you.
You
Shout out to
talking
Brooklyn.
about them Hebrew Nationals?
Shout out to Jersey City, yo. Jersey City, L-Town JC. Home with Queen Latifah, Apache, rest in peace. Nikki
Yeah,
D,
man.
Nikki D and Queen Latifah, yo. And a double X posse. Nah, man, I ain't gonna be able to do it.
Yeah,
Nah, I ain't gonna be able to do it, man. Nah.
yeah.
Look him up.
Yeah. Shout out to PS4. Y'all know Shaq went to elementary school in Jersey
Mark
City.
the 45 King too. Oh man, rest in
Yeah,
peace, man.
No,
Dope
I didn't know
producer.
that.
yeah. Shaq went to a school called PS41.
Yeah,
As
PS41.
an
Yeah,
eighth grader, my homeboy, as an eighth grader, one of my
Jersey City.
homeboys dunked on PS41 when Shaq was there. Shaq was like 6'6", and my homeboy Andre was like 6'4", like a 6'4" eighth grader.
Mm.
Yeah, and he
Freezy
dunked.
become
Eighth
Yeah,
grade.
Shaq.
look. Freezy been being a troublemaker all night long, y'all. Watch him.
Yeah,
Watch him.
man.
I know.
Watch him. He been a troublemaker all night long. I'm peeping.
What you talk about, Willis?
You better talk about family with us down in Georgia. She messing up down there, boy. Let that man back in the office. But anyway, hey, Corey Lee, you need to go check her. You heard? But anyway,
Bro, I'm not checking nobody.
Check her. Who's her?
Yeah, my wife was like,
Philly
who does her?
Willis. Man, Philly
You
Willis,
about to
the
get hit.
MD.
Do I need to check her?
Oh,
The Matrix
Lord.
is about to hit you.
I'll check her.
Yeah, she messing up. She down there messing with that man, getting on cruises and stuff like that. But it ain't got nothing to do with Corey Lee. and whatnot. Just go smack a
Yo,
cat
it better
in the
not
neck.
have nothing to do with Corey Lee, bro.
Yeah,
Yo,
nothing
my
to do with
wife right
Corey.
here sitting right to the left of me.
Enjoy
Well,
your
it ain't
show,
hard to tell.
Left of me.
The views that have been expressed by your husband are not accomplished by
No,
me.
the
I'm
views that
sorry.
have
I
been
speak
expressed
for
by
myself.
Bojan is
Y'all
not nothing
talking
to do
shit.
No, I
with
want to
Corey Lee.
listen. What he said?
I don't want to be in the lane of fire.
Yeah.
Yo,
So
hey,
anyway, man, I'm
I
about to
just
land
want
my
to listen to
plane,
what
man.
you said, man.
Yeah, I
yo,
did.
so it has something to do with Brooklyn, and I ain't
And
gonna repeat it
Jerusalem
on there because
Cruisers.
I have so much love for
We the
Brooklyn, bro. I
best.
ain't gonna-
And
Say that.
Jerusalem
We the
Cruisers.
But you keep
best.
on taking it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
Salute to
ain't gonna
Yeah.
do it,
Brooklyn.
man. It was just a Brooklyn thing, man. So you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brooklyn, man. Shout out to all the spots in Brooklyn, man. We
Shout
love
out to
y'all.
JC.
Shout out to Dumbo, man. Shout out to Williamsburg.
What are you
You
talking
know,
about, man?
Yo, where you going? Where you
shout
going,
out
man?
Shout to Crown Heights, man.
Shout
shout
out
out
to
Talk
Crown
to
about.
Heights, the best style.
come on,
Flatbush,
man.
man. The
Exactly,
Yo,
man.
90s.
Like, what's
can we
up,
not
man?
Shout
shout
out
out
Red
Co-op
Hook.
City, Section 2.
What
All
the
right, that's
fuck?
cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
yo, can we not shout out Red Hook, man? What's the matter? I mean, come on,
Shout
bro.
out Red Hook.
Yeah,
What's up?
shout
What's
Red Hook.
poppin'? What up, Red
Yeah,
Hook?
can we not
How
shout
y'all
out
doing?
New York, Flatbush,
East New
Ooh,
York, what up? What's poppin'? Brownsville never ran, never will.
Yonkers.
Facts.
Brownsville? Yeah,
Yonkers, YO, what up?
yeah,
Canarsie, what's
man.
poppin'? Yeah, I see you, DSJ, trolling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Canarsie.
Right, Canarsie, man. That's where I be at. You know what I mean? Oh, well, I ain't gonna talk. But anyway, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yo, but everybody, listen. I gotta get out of here, man. I
Yeah,
started
me too,
a
man. I
little bit
gotta land
early,
my
man. I
plane,
gotta do
man.
some stuff bright and early in the morning, man. I appreciate everybody coming
Yo,
through.
love to
Shout out to
everybody,
everybody,
man.
man. Hey, Hartenstein, we see you, bro. We love
Love to Miss
I
Corey.
personally love
Ain't
Hartenstein,
nobody
bro.
doing nothing.
Yeah,
We
man.
just,
So I'm gonna
you
get
know.
out of
Hey,
here.
yo, Bob.
Go New
Everybody,
York,
man.
go New York, go.
Peace, everybody.